In this video, we're gonna see which country has the best school lunch, and we're gonna rank them from S tier to F tier, S being the highest, F being the lowest. First, we're gonna be starting off with Japan.
Japan is actually really interesting when it comes to school lunches. Unlike many countries, Japan actually doesn't even have cafeterias. They usually eat the meals in the classroom with the teachers and fellow students, and this kind of creates like a sense of community. Also in Japan, schools typically don't have too many processed foods. They really make sure students get fresh cooked meals rather than prepackaged or frozen items. So Japanese school lunch is rice, vegetables, white fish, apples, and miso soup.
All right, first off is Japan, and I brought my friend Brian to come taste test all these countries with me, and right off the bat, this looks absolutely amazing. And like I just said, a lot of the schools didn't even have a cafeteria. They actually sit in the classroom and eat together so they can socialize a little bit better. And they use a lot of fresh ingredients. I don't know, these kids are living lavish.
Swordfish, man.
Swordfish.
Is this your first time having swordfish?
I think so. Ooh, that is delicious. That's really good. It's like meaty. Wow. If I'm a student in Japan, I am super excited about this. That swordfish is delicious. And they give it with some miso soup. Oh, just amazing. Everything here tastes absolutely amazing. I feel super healthy and I feel super nutritious after this meal. Fresh apples.
A little snacky snack.
Yeah, amazing. Off the bat, I'm not gonna go S on this, but I am definitely gonna go A. I think we could both agree A.
We have a lot of countries to go.
Yeah, we got a lot.
I don't mind giving this an A for now.
Yeah.
I'm okay with agreeing on an A.
Okay, fine.
We'll see what an S tier is, but this is really hard to beat already.
And a lot of these ratings are subject to change as we taste other countries.
Right.
But we're gonna go ahead and give Japan A. All right, well, let's go see what the next country has for us. Now we're going to the country where the Chihuahua dog breed was originated, Mexico.
In Mexico, most schools actually don't offer school lunch. A lot of the students bring their own lunch, or they're able to go home and have lunch, then return back to school. That being said, there is still a good number of schools that do offer school lunch, and the lunch that they do serve isn't the healthiest option for children. This has actually got Mexico to start focusing more on nutritional value when it comes to school lunches. This includes reducing sugar and unhealthy fats in meals. So a typical school lunch in Mexico is red rice, refried beans, enchiladas, oranges, and Mexican Coke.
All right, we've made it to Mexico. Fun fact, Brian's parents are actually from Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico,
so he has some,
like pretty much, this is my culture, man. I think this right here,
that's the star.
that takes me back right there.
Yeah, for sure. And enchilada first, baby. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's delicious. Creamy.
That's pretty crazy.
I'm gonna go in with some frijoles.
Some frijolitos?
I love some frijolitos. And then the red rice. Brian says that this isn't the most authentic red rice he's ever seen. that one's whatever.
Yeah, this one's whatever.
But if you had this for like school lunch, would you be happy?
I would be so pumped.
I'll be really heavy afterwards, but as a kid, I'd be excited. I'm not gonna give this the highest rank just because, again, I think it could be a little bit better. I'm gonna go with a B tier on this one. Do you agree?
I think, you know, for me, it's not the most authentic presentation of what Mexican food is, but I don't mind going with B tier.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and give Mexico B tier.
B tier.
And move on to the next country and see if it ranks any higher. Next, we're gonna be going to the most romantic place in the whole world, France.
France is one of the most interesting schools when it comes to school lunches. They have actual trained professional cooks on site that prepare fresh and locally sourced ingredients for the students. French culture really emphasizes the importance of food. They focused on a balanced and diverse culinary experience, introducing kids to a variety of flavors. While I was doing this research on France, I became super jealous of how they eat in school versus how I ate in school. I mean, they really emphasize high quality meals for their students, and that is not what I experienced here in America. So a typical school lunch in France is tomato cucumber salad, baguette, steak with mushroom sauce, and an apple tart.
All right, we made it to France, and this looks absolutely insane. I can't believe that in France they have their own chef. We gotta go in with the main course. I mean, look at this. This looks insane.
Yeah, they would have never served this to us.
Yeah, in the US, you will never see a chef in a high school kitchen. Live it up, baby.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers. All That is amazing.
Restaurant quality.
Yeah. If I'm a student and I'm getting this for lunch, my standards are through the roof. Don't talk to me, don't call me, unless you have delicious food. One more thing to try is the apple tart. For dessert at my school, you might get like some melted ice cream.
Minute Maid sorbet.
Minute Maid sorbet, yeah.
Go-gurt.
Go-gurt, oh my God. But in French schools, they got pastry chefs too. Cheers.
So good.
I don't need to talk to Brian. I think we both agree that this is going into the S tier.
I think so, bro.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it was so good. We just skipped over the veggies.
We don't need the veggies.
It's delicious, yeah. S tier.
S tier. The French know how to do it.
They take care of the kids.
All right, let's go over to the next country and see if it even lives up to this. The next country we're traveling to still has a king and queen, Great Britain.
In Great Britain, school lunches are actually called school dinners, even though they eat it at lunchtime. They call it school dinners because of cultural preferences. It's not really any technicality behind it. School dinners would usually serve this thing called mushy peas. And by my reaction, it wasn't the greatest thing I've ever smelled, but it was meant to offset a lot of the unhealthy and processed foods they would serve in school. Great Britain actually doesn't have the healthiest option when it comes to school dinners. I mean, it got so bad that Jamie Oliver stepped in and campaigned for healthier school meals. So in Great Britain, school lunches are mashed potatoes, mushy peas, turkey Twizzlers, baked beans, and fish sticks.
We're now in Great Britain, and just like, look at this. It looks so
Looks
weird.
like a pig's tail, my boy.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know about that.
It's so dry.
Yeah.
It's so dry.
Let's go ahead and give the mushy peas a try. It smells so weird. Cheers. Really? I mean, this wasn't bad, but
Not for me, man. First of all, it needs salt.
yeah,
So bland.
it's bland.
It's like a chalk flavor. It's weird.
I'm excited about the beans. Listen, Great Britain is known for their beans.
So you guys in the UK love this.
Not bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, very sweet. And you got mashed potatoes on the side, mashed potatoes and mashed potatoes and mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes.
I'm gonna do
Fish sticks, okay, go on.
dip it in the mashed potatoes.
Whoa, oh wow. Let me try that. How does that taste? Is that good? Whoa.
That's fire, man.
The fish sticks really saved this whole lunch. It was headed towards the F section. It made it to one level up, and I don't know if you agree, but I'm gonna go ahead and give Great Britain's school lunch E tier.
I agree. Okay, let's go with E.
E tier. Yeah, I mean, listen, the only two things that were actually really horrible on this plate were the turkey Twizzlers and the mushy peas.
Yeah.
So these three were okay, so E tier it is.
Let's go.
All right, let's hop over to the next country. The next country is where the game of chess was invented, and that's India.
India has the largest school lunch program in the entire world. The program is called Midday Meal Scheme, and it provides school lunch to over 120 million students. Not only does it provide delicious meals to the students, but it also employs over 2.6 million people. Because of this lunch program in India, it has increased the number of people that attend school, it has reduced the number of people that drop out of school, and has helped students concentrate in the classroom. So typical school lunch in India is white rice, flatbread, dal, and yogurt.
Here it is, school lunch in India. And I gotta say, out of all the school lunches, this made my house smell absolutely delicious.
Yeah, all those spices.
All the spices were absolutely amazing. All right, let's go ahead and dig into some dal. We got flatbread and rice. Let's dig in, baby. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow.
Very good, very flavorful.
That is a blast of flavor. Woo!
Very strong.
Very strong. But the balance with the flatbread,
Let's go.
I mean, this is my favorite part right here. Get some flatbread,
Flatbread actually called naan, right?
put that into your dal. Oh, that is delicious. Overall, I really, really love this dish. Where do you rank this?
I still think this is like a C. I'm giving it a C.
Whoa, I gotta disagree with you.
Okay, where were you at?
I was at A tier, but it's delicious.
18.
It's simple. I love simplicity.
tripping. This is
I'll
not
meet you in the middle, and let's say this is B tier.
Let me take one more bite and I'll think about it. Okay. B tier.
B tier, fine.
Okay, fine.
Subject to change, but right now, B B tier.
This country has the longest wall in the entire world, and that's China.
One of the interesting things about school lunches in China is that in some schools, they serve the meals as family style. That means that the food is placed in the center of the table and students are meant to share these dishes together. Another interesting thing about Chinese school lunches is that they take a nap after lunch. Can you imagine just going to sleep after lunch? I mean, that sounds amazing. But this is actually done to emphasize on health and well-being in Chinese students. I mean, they really value balance and regular rest throughout the day. So typical school lunch in China is rice, tomato and eggs, chicken and peppers, and watermelon.
All right, we made it to China and I am super excited because I actually really love Chinese food. Cheers. That is amazing. If you're giving me this in school, I'm one happy man.
To be honest with you, Pat, this tastes like it came from a restaurant.
Definitely. And let's try that egg and tomato. Egg and tomato combo is probably my favorite combo ever. Goated. Cheers. Dude, that's so delicious.
So simple.
Oh, so simple. Oh, I love this dish. Dessert, some watermelon, always hits the spot.
Listen, bro, this is like an excellent dinner for me. Like I said, it's like restaurant quality. Like I'd be so stoked to get this. As a kid, I don't know how picky of an eater I was as a kid, but
You're freaking me out, Brian.
this is an S tier for me, bro. S tier. Trying to get an S tier. If this is what they're feeding the kids, S tier, baby.
Wait a second. Do I believe that this is an S tier?
Give it another bite, and then come on, man. Tell me you're not completely insane to not say this is just really good. Let it out, baby, let it out.
You know what, Brian? I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you. This is definitely an S tier. I absolutely love this dish. It's my favorite dish so far. But we got a couple of more countries left. Let's go check it out and see if it beats this.
The next country we're going to invented pizza. Can you guess where we're going? Italy.
In Italy, laws are actually stricter regarding unhealthy food in school menus. They forbid cafeterias from serving deep fried food such as chips or even fried chicken. Just like France, Italian school lunches typically use fresh and locally sourced ingredients. Also in Italy, school lunches are often structured as like a 3-course meal, including a first course, a second course with a side dish, and a dessert. So typical school lunch in Italy is caprese salad, penne pasta, salmon, ciabatta bread, and grapes.
We have arrived to the land of pasta and pizza. We're in Italy, baby. Let's do this. Cheers.
I would eat this every day.
Oh yeah, with some caprese salad. The reason I love caprese salad, sorry. That's how excited the cheese gets me. And then, of course, we got a simple red penne pasta. Absolutely delicious. And who doesn't love a good ciabatta bread? Let me tell you something about this.
Who doesn't love a good ciabatta bread? Let me tell you something about this. Fantastic.
This is absolutely amazing. I love this.
What are we thinking?
I think Italy knows how to cook, and it's gonna be up there. It's gonna be competing.
It's gonna be up there.
All right, I'm gonna say it, and I hope Brian agrees with me, because if he doesn't, we're going all out war. I'm giving a...
Wait.
Whoa.
Is it gonna be up there?
Brian, we're going up, and we're not stopping. I give Italy an S tier. Do you agree?
What? You're giving this an S tier?
Listen, we got beautiful salmon. We got the caprese salad. We got the penne pasta. We got, I mean, this, come on.
All right, well, we have one more country to go. It's a special country.
It's a very special country.
S tier, huh?
I give this an S tier.
Can I take a bite and think about it?
Take a bite, think about it. Think about that. First of all, think about that salmon. Meaty, with that cheesy, delicious caprese salad. That plays with the salmon so well. Whoa.
S tier.
Let's go. Well, we got 2 S tier countries, and so we're gonna have to pick a finalist at the end, but we have one more country left, so let's go hop into that one.
We finally made it to the last country, and this is the country that I was born in, the United States.
Even though the United States has gotten better and has offered healthier options for school lunches, you'll still find unhealthy options like burgers, fries, and pizza in cafeterias till this day. Yes, burgers and fries are still on the menu, but they also try to include fruit, vegetables, and even healthy beverages to give it a nutritional balance. After speaking to some people that go to school in America, a lot of them complain about how bland and boring school lunches actually are. So typical school lunch in America is French fries, a chocolate chip cookie, plain cheeseburger, and chocolate milk.
we officially made it to our last country where we're from, America. Well, let's go ahead and give the American staple, a hamburger, a try. Cheers. Cheers, dude. That was delicious. Some schools came with chefs. Some schools have family-style lunch, but nothing really beats a good burger and crinkle fries. This is what they give in school.
What's up with that?
Yeah, why can't you guys give us like the good fries? Yeah. Come on, step it up. To argue for crinkle fries, school fries are always soggy. Like it's never like crispy and delicious. Boring.
If you think about everything we've tried today, like if we were just ranking this, we get a high rank because it's delicious.
If we're just ranking this, yeah.
But in the context of what we ate today,
I mean, I went to like, this is like a 3-star Michelin lunches I was having all day.
world tour.
World tour, baby. I mean, they were all pretty delicious.
They were all pretty good, and like compared to this, like I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to give this a D tier.
Whoa. Compared to all of them, D tier.
Yeah, dude, 'cause think about it, bro. You could get like lentils
Yeah, true.
with naan bread in India,
That
or
was
you can go to
delicious.
China. You can get that chicken stir fry. With
Oh, with the bell peppers, oh my
right?
God.
I mean, come on, and then those eggs.
I know, those eggs were ridiculous. All that being said, I think I agree with you. I'm gonna give this a D tier. It could be way healthier, it could be way better, it could be way more flavorful.
Yeah.
And I feel like American lunches are just lacking that overall.
Right.
So D tier for America. Sorry, step up your lunch game. Bah.
Okay, D tier for America, but listen, we have to address the elephant in the room here.
What?
We gave 3 countries an S tier. We gave China an S tier, France, and also
Italy.
Italy.
Yeah, we have a lot to decide because we gotta pick the winner amongst those 3.
Yeah, just close your eyes.
Okay.
And think back to those amazing meals that you
Okay,
had.
let me just,
Come on, you gotta really meditate on it.
yeah, let me think about this. I think I'm ready to say my winner.
Okay.
Do you want me to whisper
Yeah,
in your
yeah,
ear?
tell me.
Your mom. The winner of which country has the best school lunch is
3,
2, 1.
1.
France! I mean, you know, you can't beat that. You got the chef, you got the delicious food. The kids get so much variety in their food. It was absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
France, you won this one. And there you have it. We just figured out which country has the best school lunch. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite country, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Today I'm on a mission in Nantucket to see if Keaton, a Forged and Fire champion, can forge a knife that can handle the strength of these biceps. He says it can take 60 hours, but I challenge him to do it in just 1 hour, or else there will be a lot of push-ups. While he's at it, I'll be cooking up some epic surf and turf. Will he succeed, or will those push-ups be the only thing getting heated? Stay tuned to find out, damn it.
Damn it. Another one.
Oi.
Eric. Damn it. You know what? I need a knife, and I need one that's strong enough to handle these damn biceps.
I know a guy.
I need it now.
Keaton with Faraway Forge, how may I help you?
Oi, Keaton. It's Eric from Fan of Them. Now listen here, mate. I need a knife. I need it sharp. I need it fast.
For you, Eric, consider it done. It'll cost you, though.
That's a done deal. I'll be there tomorrow.
I need a knife, damn it!
Hey guys, I'm Chef Rush.
I'm Eric Bassett with Fan of Them.
And I'm Keaton with Faraway Forge.
The craftsmanship behind these knives is unmatched, and that's why they can fetch between $5,000, $10,000, and even more. And today we're gonna give one of these away to you. In fact, this one right here, hand forged by Keaton right here in Faraway Forge.
So if you want a chance to win this incredible one-of-a-kind knife, click the link in the description, go to fanofm.com/chefrush, purchase a collectible, and you get an automatic chance to win.
But hurry up, because your chances end September 30th, 2024 at midnight Pacific Standard Time.
Thank you guys for supporting creators like us and keeping the fire in my forge burning bright.
Check that link, buy a collectible, and get back to the video, damn it.
I need a knife, damn it!
I heard you need a knife.
I do need a knife. What about that one?
That's gonna take like 60 hours.
You don't have 60 hours. You have 1 hour, and I need it now, or else.
1 hour? That's never been done before. 3 people have tried and they all died.
More!
I'm trying, Chef, I'm trying!
Keep going! More steel, damn it!
I'm trying, Chef, I'm trying!
You have 15 minutes. Oh, shit.
Check that link, buy a collectible, and get back to the video, damn it.
I finished, Chef, I did it.
Let's test it out. You did a great job. Only problem that I see here is that 1 hour and 3 seconds. That was your time. You owe me some push-ups. Better luck next time. Hope you make it, because you're going to be doing it again. This steak is delicious. Damn it. Bico Express.
No, we're making Bicol Express. Cut into small pieces.
Bring out your koala.
Your meat in. Now let's smash the garlic. I got an idea.
What the?
Add the garlic, onion. Woo! You'll love it.
One of my favorite, shrimp paste.
Your favorite? You just had this a while ago.
I know, it's my favorite.
Coconut. What? Oh my.
Coconut!
Oh, green chilies.
Chilies.
Oh my god, that's a lot. Let's make some rice.
All of it.
Rice?
More. More?
More. Bicol Express. Damn it! Take some for me!
Who the fuck are you?
Jerome,
Jerome?
I'm here to take Megan out.
How much you bench?
What? 135?
135. Chef, who's at the door? Jerome's at the door. Who the fuck's Jerome? Jerome, he was trying to take Megan out. You here to take Megan out? How much you bench?
135.
135? You do CrossFit?
No problem.
You're a vegan?
No vegan, I'm a Presbyterian.
Mexican? Do you eat meat? Yes or no? 1,002. Get down! 1,003. Get
You gotta eat this. Eat it like a real man. A real man. Hit it. Hit it.
Today, we're gonna be testing every Oreo product versus every Reese's product. There will be a total of 6 categories that we vote on, from breakfast to limited edition drinks.
Whoa, are these Oreo candy canes?
We definitely got some Oreo candy canes. Why are we doing this, you might ask? To find out who has the best products, Oreo or Reese's. Starting off with the breakfast category. I'm not gonna lie, this is just an excuse for me to eat Oreo cereal for breakfast. Oh, it brings back childhood memories, man. All right, Brian, our first breakfast is gonna be cereal, which I'm excited about.
This is classic, man. Super nostalgic. I remember the Reese's Puff commercials. Like, wasn't it like hip hop?
Yeah.
Like, there's like some rapper or something?
Yeah.
It was like a rapper.
That smell, I mean, like I said, it brought back childhood memories, of me being a little kid and going like, the Oreos, I don't know if I've ever had Oreo cereal, have you?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah.
This was more me.
I haven't had this in years, by the way, so they might have changed the formula or something.
We'll see.
Let's find out. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my goodness.
So good.
This is absolutely amazing. This tastes exactly how I remember. I love it. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. Come on, you don't mess with my childhood. That's one thing you don't do.
This is a 10.
Wow.
10 out of 10.
Let's see if Oreo could compete with this. Cheers. That was mid. Plain. It's kind of boring.
Wow, that didn't really taste very good. I'm gonna be honest. Packaging it has these fun facts about Oreo cookies. Says the number of Oreo cookies made in a year would circle the earth 5 times.
That's crazy. I said mid. I'm gonna go right down the middle on this one and just give it a 5 out of 10.
I'm going like 3 on this one.
Wow.
I'm giving it a 3.
Wow.
Slow down, bro. You have a lot to eat. Slow down, my boy.
All right, we're moving on to Reese's Puff Pancakes, and it's actually super simple. All you have to do is pour this powder into a bowl and 1 1/4 cups of milk or water. Let's go ahead and give it some whiskey business. It smells absolutely amazing. This is like a peanut butter fan's dream come true right here, I swear. This is gonna be crazy. Just gonna go ahead and butter the bottom of my pan here. There's no perfect way of doing this, you just pour it. All right, now we just cook this like a regular pancake. Oh, I think I messed up. I wasn't supposed to put the cereal into the batter. That's why it looks all bumpy like this, but I mean, does it hurt? It doesn't hurt. Like, I messed up, but it's like, it's gonna taste better. All right, here we go. 3, 2, commit. We're all done now. I'm just gonna go ahead and plate this. We can't have pancake without a nub of butter on top, some pancake syrup. And of course, we can't forget about that Reese's Puff garnish right there, baby. Okay, now we're gonna be trying the Reese's pancakes and the Oreo Yo Crunch, and this is it for breakfast. I mean, I looked everywhere. This is the only lineup that they had.
I'm excited for this. This looks bomb.
I'm so excited for that. I've never had Reese's pancakes before. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever tried Reese's pancakes. All right, Brian, you ready? You kind of demolished the whole pancake over here. Cheers.
This tastes like the driest peanut butter cookie you've ever had.
Not my favorite. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this a 3 out of 10. It's not good.
3 out of 10.
All right, let's go ahead and just try the Yo Crunch yogurt. Never had this either. This is a first for both items. Let's go. Cheers.
Oreo yogurt. Oh, wow. That is incredible.
That is so good.
That tastes so good.
Like, that crunch is amazing.
I might have to incorporate this into my diet.
I'm gonna go ahead and rate this a solid 7 out of 10. I like it. It tastes delicious. It's great.
I really am in love with this. It's easily a 9 out of 10 for me.
Whoa. All right, Brian, that concludes our breakfast category. Let's see who won this category. Let's tally up the numbers. Oreo got 24 points and Reese's got 25 points. So Reese's won by 1 point because you gave the cereal a 10. Hey, that's how much you love it. Yeah, so Reese's takes the breakfast category. Let's move on to the next category.
Let's do it.
Trick or treat. Oh, whoa. The next category is candy. Okay, we're in the candies category, and as you can see, I'm still dressed up in my Halloween outfit. Kind of look like Karen, like, can I speak to your manager, please? Or I look like Gordon Ramsay. You let me know in the comments. Let's go ahead and start off with the candy popcorn. It looks absolutely delicious. Let's go ahead and pop these in.
Let's try it.
Cheers.
Ooh. That's like dangerously good.
That's so good. Oh my goodness, I gotta stop because I'm gonna eat this whole bag. I'm gonna go ahead and give this an 8 out of 10.
It's a little too sweet. I'm gonna go 7.
Let's try the Reese's one.
Let's do it.
This one is popcorn with peanut butter, cream, and chocolate drizzle. Whoa. I gotta say, Reese's was a bit more sweeter because you have that peanut butter cream with the chocolate drizzle. So I'm gonna go and just give this a 7 out of 10.
I like this one better. I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10.
Wow. The next thing we're gonna try is the Oreo wafer sticks and the Reese's wafer sticks. The reason why it has Korean writing on it is because they don't sell this in America. I had to actually buy this from eBay from some guy named Charles.
Very dark chocolate.
Cheers. Whoa. It doesn't taste like Oreo, but it is delicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and rate this a 6 out of 10.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 5.
5, okay. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and try these Reese's wafer sticks. Ding.
That's processed, man. I already know. I'm feeling a 3 on this one.
Whoa,
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
I gave Oreo 6 because it didn't taste like an Oreo. This tastes like a Reese's to me, but it still doesn't taste the best. I'm gonna go ahead and just give this a 6 as well. Fudge covered Oreos. Let's go ahead and try this. Cheers. It's exactly what it claims to be.
It's like an Oreo on steroids.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. I just think the chocolate is overdoing it. Oreo cookie is already good on its own.
Right.
I'm not a fan of that. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 4 out of 10.
I agree. 4 out of 10.
It's too much on steroids. Now we're gonna be trying this Reese's Pieces eggs, which I've never seen or had before.
Really?
Yeah, you've had these?
Yeah, it's like an Easter classic. Like as a kid, I always had these.
Yeah, well.
Oh, sorry. He's still going through some childhood trauma, guys. Therapy's going good.
It's expensive. I love that it's in a milk carton box. It's awesome. That is a cool touch.
This is like better than M&M.
The inside of it is just peanut butter. That's actually really good, but I think it's missing one thing, chocolate. What are we skipping for the chocolate for? I want some of that chocolate, you know? I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10.
I'm not gonna go that high as much as I like them. I'm gonna give them a solid 5.
Ah, why?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
My intuition tells me 5.
Next on the list, Ilka Oreo sandwich. I had to get this delivered to my house because I couldn't go to a store to buy it. It's 108 degrees right now, so it kind of melted outside.
Oh, yeah,
but listen, all the flavors in here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh.
That's different.
Absolutely amazing. I love this. An 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. I'm with you.
Wow. Now it's time for, we've all been here, we've all ate it, we all kind of love it. This is the classic. Cheers. Cheers. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love this. Come on, man, you can't beat Reese's Cups.
Easy 10 for me.
Easy 10 for me as well. Like, no discussions needed here. Brian, we have right here is some Oreo candy canes. I didn't know this thing existed.
Look at this, like Beetlejuice.
Okay, we opened it. It smells like Oreos.
It smells like Oreos, yeah. This is so crazy.
What's happening here?
What is this?
What's
it almost
going on?
tastes like a chocolate milk.
I don't know if this works, dude.
For the Christmas tree, it's funny.
It's fun.
It looks cool. It's a cheap product. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this a 3 out of 10.
Unfortunately, you're right. This is a gimmicky product, but I love the creativity behind it. So I'm gonna go a little higher than you and give this a 5 out of 10. And our last product is these Reese's Cups with Reese's Puffs.
They also call
inside.
them Reese's Big Cups.
Great idea. Why didn't we make this sooner? 103 degrees outside. It all melted. I mean, look at this. The sun is brutal right now. Cheers, buddy.
This is so good.
And that crunch from the Reese's Puffs, this is crazy.
I know I gave the Reese's Cup 10. Easy 10 for me. This is better than the Reese's Cup. If I could score it higher, I would. So I'm giving this a 10 as well.
I love it. One thing I don't like about it, Brian, I don't like the big cups.
Reese's Big Cups.
I think it's overkill. It tastes delicious. The puffs are a great touch, but I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 7 out of 10. I think it's just a bit too much for moi. Okay, we tried all the candy products. Oreo gets a 58.
Okay.
And Reese's gets, drum roll please, 73 points. Reese's takes another category, but hey, it's not over. We still got 4 categories left. Let's hop over to the next one. Next category are cookies, but first we gotta make them. All we have to do to make this Reese's cookie mix is just add it with some butter, egg, and the powder in here. Super simple. I don't know, man. I feel like it needs more liquid. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that looks like a good cookie dough right there, man. I was doubting it. Now I'm just gonna get an ice cream scooper, place that onto my baking sheet. I guess we just pop these into the oven for 15 minutes. Let's go. For this Reese's peanut butter cookie dough, it says you could eat it or bake it. We're gonna try both, but let's bake some. Oh, already pre-cut for us. I love this. That was easy. I don't have to mix anything, so we're just gonna pop this into the oven with the other cookie for about 15 minutes. 15 minutes later, ladies and gentlemen, we got
Reese's cookies right here, and then the peanut butter cookies. Let's go try out all the cookies. We're now in the cookie category.
A lot of cookies, a lot of weird flavors. We got the Sour Patch Oreos.
That one I'm excited about. Let's go ahead and start with this guy, which is dipped animal crackers. Let's go ahead and give this one a shot. Mine looks like a blob of nothing.
That's not what matters. What matters is the taste.
Exactly. Cheers.
Cheers. That's pretty good.
Is it me or is the cracker a little hard to chew on?
I think it is.
It wasn't bad, but a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, it's fun. 4 out of 10.
No. For this next one, it's like this Oreo sandwich. This is so interesting. I've never seen something like this before. Huge. Look at that. Cheers.
Wow, is there alcohol in here?
Dude.
Tastes like rum.
Right?
Pretty good. This tastes alcoholic, dude.
It also just might be expired. I actually really like this. It's not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this a 7 out of 10.
I'm gonna go right down the middle, give it a 5.
5.
Yeah.
It's not bad. All right, for the next one, let's try these Reese's cookie mix that we had to make. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Still a little warm.
I like the edges because they're crispy.
Wow.
Wow. This is a good cookie. This is pretty up there, like, as one of the better cookies that I've had.
Definitely.
I'm gonna go ahead and easily rate this a 9.
No, I was thinking the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 9 as well. Delicious cookie. Let's go ahead and try this pumpkin spice Oreo. Oreo does some crazy flavors. This is pretty up there. Take a look at that.
You can tell it's like a pumpkin filling.
Cheers. Whoa, they nailed it on this one. It's like a sugar cookie with like a pumpkin filling. Dude, this is stupid.
You can easily fill that whole thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 9 out of 10 as well.
Don't go to Starbucks, go to the grocery store.
All right, next on the list, Brian, are these Reese's peanut butter cookie dough. Fun fact about this, you can eat it raw and it's totally safe.
We're gonna raw dog it?
We're gonna raw dog it right now, and we're also gonna eat it baked as well. Before we judge it, we gotta raw dog this. No, no, no. No. We got a man down.
That is horrendous. There's nothing to say about this. Do not eat this raw. Don't even think about it. This is a 0 out of 10.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Horrendous.
Brian, you can't give him a 0 out of 10 until we eat the baked one. Cheers.
Oh, this is delicious. Why would Reese's ever tell the consumer that it's safe to eat that raw?
This isn't anything that blows me out of the water. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this a 2 out of 10 because this ruined everything and this isn't that amazing. It's just all right.
Giving it a 1.
Wow. We're just gonna go with the classic, all right? Can't beat the classic.
How many videos have we made with Oreo?
7.84 billion.
We've made so many videos.
Cheers. Best cookies ever.
Still a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, let's move on. Next up are these dipped pretzels. Cheers.
Cheers, dude.
Fantastic.
Look at the saltiness.
Sweet and salty. It's so well balanced with this one. I'm gonna go ahead and give this an 8 out of 10, would buy again.
Easily award this an 8.
The time has come for one of the more interesting flavors, Sour Patch Oreos.
I love Sour Patch.
But does it work with Oreos? We got some colorful sprinkles in there. That's probably the Sour Patch.
What is this gonna taste like? Oh, that tastes like medicine.
Dude, I love the collabs you're doing, but this one's a failure, a 1 out of 10.
It's a 0 for me.
Wow.
No points.
Down to our last Reese's cookie product. But this collab, I'm looking forward to it. One of the best cookie brands out there.
Smells like Chips Ahoy.
I got the soft and chewy one because no one likes hard cookies. I think the peanut butter is a bit much. I'm gonna grade this a 6 out of 10. It's not bad.
If Chips Ahoy were to come out today and this was like their only mainline product, I think they would still be successful, but I still prefer the original Chips Ahoy. I'm going to 7 on this one.
This one, I'm hyped about. It's basically a cookie with a dip. Never have I ever seen this before or tried it, but we're gonna try it now. It's a deconstructed Oreo. You take your Oreo and you just dip it in the cream. Dude, that is so good.
Yeah, it tastes like an Oreo, but it's just like a funner experience.
I love this. Great experience. 9 out of 10.
Yeah, for me, easily is a 9 out of 10 too. Like, this is such a fun product.
Oreo, bring this back to all the stores. This is an amazing idea. That was the cookie category, and we just did our math, and Reese's comes in at 60 total points, where Oreo comes in at 69 points.
Wait, can you repeat that again? How many points did Oreo have?
69.
69?
Grow up, Brian. We're now in the ice cream category. And this is actually one of my favorites. I love ice cream. Let's start off with Reese's Pieces ice cream. Oh, there's like little chips of peanut butter.
Cheers. That's so good. Oh man.
I love those peanut butter chips in here, man.
That first cereal, basically that in ice cream form.
That's good.
This is easily a 10 out of 10 for me.
Whoa. Yes. It's delicious, but not a 10. It's definitely an 8 out of 10 for me.
Pat, I got something for you.
Oh.
Cheers.
It's lacking something.
It's definitely more cookies and cream than like Oreo ice cream.
I was expecting more, yeah.
Pretty boring. 5.
5. Let's try this Reese's ice cream sandwich.
Ooh, this is gonna be delectable.
Yeah, this is awesome.
It's definitely delicious. Psychologically, it's confusing because there's just not enough creaminess in there. It's literally like straight peanut butter.
Yeah, I don't get that chocolate. I wouldn't buy this again. I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 10.
I'm gonna go ahead and say 3.
The Reese's was a downer with the ice cream sandwich, but let's see if Oreo is any better. Dude, look at this. It has the design on it. Style points, it's taking it. No, that is great. Tastes just like an Oreo because you got that Oreo in the ice cream. You got that big cookie on the outside. And this doesn't get your fingers dirty like the other one. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this an 8 out of 10.
It's a 10, my boy.
Whoa!
Give it a 10.
Brian, we're down to the bars.
To the bars.
I love ice cream bars. They're easy to eat. They're clean to eat. It does look great. It has a peanut butter shell with a peanut butter vanilla filling, and the texture of that crumb outside, they did good on this one.
Once you take a bite, it's like you're addicted. It's so good.
I'm gonna go ahead and give this an 8 out of 10.
It's an 8 out of 10.
Last but not least, we have the Oreo bars. Whoa. You have the outside with that bit of a crunch. I'm sorry, Brian. I'm gonna just go ahead and give this a 10 out of 10.
This is a 10 out of 10 for me. This is the best Oreo product we've had all day.
Relax. I mean, don't ever put down the cookie.
For me, it's better than the cookie, bro.
Leave my house right now. Okay, we're done with the ice cream category, which means only one thing. We gotta tally up the numbers. Okay, I got it. Oreo comes in at 48 points, and Reese's comes in at 40 points, which means Oreo takes it. The series is tied 2-2, man.
Flabbergasted.
Yeah, and the next category is probably gonna be a tough one to judge. Now we're headed to the cake category. We're gonna start off with the brownies, and both of these are exactly the same instructions. A 1/3 cup of oil, 3 tablespoons of water, and 1 egg each. Now we're just gonna give this a good whisk, get that brownie batter going. I'm just gonna toss that into my baking pan now, and then we're gonna go with this thick batter of Oreo. I mean, look at that. It's so thick. But we're not done with the Oreo brownie. We're supposed to top it with those real Oreo pieces. Into the oven they go. About 35 minutes. Now we gotta bake these cakes, which is the same process and ingredients, but check this out. But we got movie magic. We're now in the cake category, and as you guys just saw, we made the brownies, and the color difference was so apparent. The Reese's looks more like an actual brownie because it has that crackling on top that Oreo's is kind of lacking. Let's go ahead and start with the Oreo. A little too dense for me, I'm not gonna lie.
I like it. I like the denseness.
It's definitely a preference thing. I gotta say, this is not my favorite brownie. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this a 4 out of 10. I think it could be so much better.
If I was a kid, I'd be stoked to get this. I'm giving this a 6.
All right, let's go ahead and try the Reese's brownie. This looks more promising for me. Super fudgy, soft. I think that's what a brownie should taste like.
Yeah, it's really good. I still prefer the Oreo one. I think the flavor is better with the Oreo. I'm not a big fan of the peanut butter.
I think for the Reese's brownie, they nailed it on the texture, but not so much of the flavor. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give this a 6 out of 10.
Right down the middle for me, 5.
Okay. Next, we're gonna be trying the Oreo white cake. Oh man, that smells amazing.
So this to me, tastes like a birthday cake almost.
Yeah, it does.
I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 4.
I do think it's still fluffy. It's a cake. They nailed it. I'm gonna go right down the middle and give this a 5 out of 10. All right, now let's try the Reese's coffee cake.
It's definitely like a crunchier bite, but if I was to eat this alongside that brownie, it almost tastes exactly the same. Like, it's just so overbearing.
I think it's way better than the Oreo cake, so I'm gonna go ahead and just give this a 7 out of 10.
I'm going right down the middle, 5.
Coming down to the last product for the cake category, we have Oreo Cakesters. It's like an Oreo cookie cake. Super clean. All right, let's see how soft it is. Cheers. It is sweet, really, really sweet.
So sweet, yeah.
I think it's just over the top with sweetness. It's not bad, but it's not great. I'm gonna just go ahead and give this a 6 out of 10.
I'm going 4 out of 10 on this one.
Okay. This looks interesting. I couldn't find this anywhere. I had to order this online. Peanut butter flavored cupcake. I mean, look at this, guys. What is going on here?
What kind of product is this? Bro, how heavy is this thing?
This thing is so heavy.
It's like
you
a
can
pound.
literally work out with it. I'm doing bicep workouts. Brian, what is this?
Brother, this is disgusting.
Oh my
it almost feels like this might be a fake product or something because it doesn't even taste like any signature Reese's flavor. Like,
Nothing, you're right.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and rate this a 1.
Yeah, I agree. I give this a 1. Brian, as you can see, there's nothing in front of us, which means one thing, we're gonna tally up the numbers. Reese's comes in at 25 points.
Okay.
Where Oreo comes in at 29 points. Oreo takes it once again. Let's go into our last category, and it's a simple one, but it's an important one. Brian, in front of us is the last category, limited edition drinks, and I had to jump through like insane hoops to get this in front of us. We're gonna find out which one is the best. Let's go ahead and start off with Reese's.
That's actually super subtle.
Brian, that doesn't taste anything like Reese's. It tastes like coffee. It just tastes like iced coffee. Where's the Reese's in here?
Are we sure this is like a legitimate product? I feel like somebody just filled this thing with coffee and put these stickers on here.
I don't know. Huge letdown. I got you.
Two for me. Is it two? You can't even taste the Reese's.
I'm not gonna be that harsh, and I'm gonna give it a 3. Packaging looks the same, but just with Oreo. Also, if you notice, whenever we poured both the drinks out, they were the same color. Is this gonna taste exactly the same as that? Or is there gonna be a hint of Oreo? Whoa.
So this one actually has like a different flavor. It doesn't taste the same as this one. You can definitely get like hints of Oreo.
100%. The Oreo comes through a lot more on this one. Now, is it delicious? That's questionable.
I could drink it.
6 out of 10 on this one.
I'm gonna agree with you, dude. I'm going 6 on this.
All right, well, Oreo wins the beverage category, and as a matter of fact, Oreo wins the entire thing because they won 4 out of 6 categories. So Oreo has the better product than Reese's. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite product, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
That's the sound of success. And guess what? It cooked my steaks perfectly because you get that nice, even deeper char on it. We cook all types of food from the best of the best to the cheap versions. And I'm talking about meat. I love protein, damn it. We're gonna do this challenge. I have an asada. This little cheap piece of meat has a big flavor profile. But here's the beauty. This 2-inch thick New York sirloin, just lean, mean, and delicious. Now, here's the deal. I'm here in my apartment. My other place, I have a huge yard, and here I just got a little balcony. We're gonna be cooking them both on our new Turbo E outdoor grill and let you see what you think about it. With that being said, time to eat, damn it. I always use kosher salt. Kosher salt, I'm gonna put it on, especially for my ribeye, a little bit more heavier. I have my ribeyes at least 1 to 2 inches thick. That way I know they're gonna cook evenly and not too fast. We'll do both sides. And I'm gonna use some cracked black pepper. I use cracked black instead of the powder pepper because it gives me a little bit more kick and bite to it. And that's it. Come and check this out. Here she is. Turbo E is a new solution for full-size outdoor grilling and cooking. Turbo E is not like typical electric grill, instead featuring carbon fiber, infrared heating, and expansive cooking area. Did I also mention it's very lightweight? It's on. I'll go to about 350 on this one. And that's how simple this is. All you have to do, set it and forget it. I got some time for some other things to do. Let's go. I love this guy. Here we go. Just a quick heads up, I was so excited about the steak. You know I love my protein that I put the grate upside down. You make sure to read the instructions and make sure it's upside right. That's the sound of success. No beef will be complete, no matter what you're doing, without your nice greens. So, let's go. I'm here at the grill and I want to do some grilled vegetables. But one of the things I love is seafood. So I'm going to turn the cheap meat and the expensive meat along with a Venetian sauce. That's going to be my sauce with my shrimp and some marinations and vegetables. And we're going to pair this and see how it turns out. So that was it. That was simple. We took off all our meat, all our vegetables, and now it's time to shut it down. But what I want you to notice is we're outside here on my balcony, a very small place. There's no smoke anywhere. There's no one complaining about the grills, and it makes it perfect. But let me show you a couple little things that's easy about this. Like I said, it's all digital. Once you press it off, it's off, and it's gonna say HOT. HOT spells hot. It lets you know that it's on cool down. And guess what? It cooked my steaks perfectly, the same way I would do on any type of grill that I would have, whether it be charcoal, whether it be pellets, whether it be anything. This is my solution to a perfect grill. Here, you take out the racks, you can clean, and you also have this little tray that catches everything that you need once it falls down. But the truth of the matter is, guys, is that because it's electric and it doesn't have all that fire, it's not as obtrusive as such. So it doesn't leave a lot of debris, any types of things that can go on with that. Plug and play, easy, simple, and perfect. You know where to find it, I'll tell you in a moment, but right now we got a little more eating to do.
The most important part about plating any food is you eat with your eyes. The plate presentation is everything. I'm always gonna start in the center. I'm gonna put down whether it be my sauce, which I have this nice Venetian sauce, and use that as a foundation. Then I'll stack on everything for my meats and do everything in order and build up from there. There you're gonna make something that's gonna be elegant and appeasing all the way across the board. Again, you eat with your eyes, and then it's Turbo E Outdoor Grill has done an amazing job of making all the vegetables, especially the meat, the star of everything. You go ahead, as you see me slicing and dicing and putting everything together, it has a perfect pairing that you're gonna enjoy.
So here you have it, Beauty and the Beast, or is it Beast and Beauty? You know what? They both look amazing, and they both were done on our Turbo E Outdoor Grill. So we're gonna try and see what we think about it. Vegetables, nice and crispy. That char just came just from that grill, and that's electric. Wow, a nice little bite. That's al dente. I'm gonna try this more expensive cut first. I can smell that char. That's a good steak. I'm not even gonna try and play with you on that one. I'm a critic. Let's go for the cheaper cut. You know what I love about this cheaper cut? Flavor is more compound because you get that nice, even deeper char on it. Thoroughly impressed with it. If you can see this one or this one, as far as the fancy and the cheaper cut, it really doesn't make a difference. But what does make a difference is your Turbo E outside grill. I'm impressed, damn it. So if you wanna learn more, visit the link in my bio if you wanna enjoy flameless electric grilling all summer long. The proof is in the beef and the vegetables. Also available on Amazon. Be sure to get yours before they're all going, because they're going fast. And speaking of going fast, so are these.
Today, we're gonna be recreating and tasting 100 years of airplane food. And yeah, I rented this entire plane just for this video. Starting off with 1910, where a plane ticket only cost $5, and this is what airplanes look like.
1910 were the early days of commercial flights, and in-flight amenities were limited due to the limited space on the aircraft. Most airlines didn't even serve any food to its passengers, so a lot of people just brought on their own lunch. The flights were super short in distance, on average it's about 140 miles, so a lot of passengers just brought on simple foods. So for 1910, airline food was a simple sandwich, fresh fruits, and a cookie.
All right, here's the food from 1910. I brought my friend Kareem to taste test all the decades with me, and we're gonna rate this 1 plane out of 5 planes. Okay, let's take a bite.
Let's take a bite.
Not bad. The flights weren't that long, so people would bring sandwiches just to keep them over. I would be happy with this.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a basic sandwich, but honestly, it's pretty good. I mean, it's a classic.
And I don't know why they brought fresh fruits, but I'll be happy.
I'd be happy today too.
And of course they had a cookie, which is a cookie. We all know what it tastes like. You know, I mean, for it being like one of the early flights and people bringing like a simple sandwich on board, it's not bad. I mean, I rate this a 2.5 planes out of 5.
Really? Low-key, yeah. I thought it was pretty gas. It was pretty simple. I'd give it a 3 out of 5 planes.
Great. Yeah. All right, let's go see what 1920 has for us. We're now in the 1920s, where a plane ticket costs only $60, and this is what airplanes look like.
The 1920s, airplanes introduced cabin crew to assist passengers during flights. Since airplanes were relatively new, the flight experience was not pleasant at all, and meals were actually served as a distraction. Meals were usually cold because you couldn't have heavy equipment on the plane, and weight was such a factor that they had to weigh every passenger before they were able to board the plane. So for 1920, airline food was cold fried chicken, a fruit cocktail, a chocolate bar, and hot tea.
We made it to the 1920s, and they had cold fried chicken. It had to be cold because they had nothing on board to heat it up. Cheers.
Cheers, bro. Gas.
Yeah,
Listen, it's the 1920s. Like I said, this is when cabin crew was around to serve people. So this would definitely distract me from all that plane noise and turbulence, scariness during the 1920s.
It's fire.
They also served up some chocolate as dessert.
The dark chocolate is fire though. Bro, the dark chocolate is so good. It's my favorite chocolate.
Yeah, so
No, it's good, dude. I actually really like this meal.
I would be happy. I mean, the fruit cocktail, I think it's a little bit too much on the sugar. Like you already have a dessert and then they give you the fruit cocktail. It's a little sweet for me.
Let's have a little sip of tea.
The tea is a nice beverage to have. I mean, this is the 20s. I know this is cold, but I rate this dish a 3 planes out of 5.
3 planes out of 5.
Yeah,
pretty mid. I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5 because it's fried chicken, my boy, and you already know me. I love me some good fried chicken, so.
So let's hop into 1930 where food gets a little bit better. We're now in the 1930s where Disney introduced Mickey Mouse. Plane tickets cost about $75 and this is what airplanes look like.
In the 1930s, airlines were still serving up cold meals, but some airlines started experimenting with more advanced dining experiences like an elaborate lounge, and that provided more room for passengers to move around and mingle. Can you just imagine being in a lounge on a plane? So in the 1930s, airline food was cold roasted chicken, vegetable salad, a bread roll, vanilla pudding, and milk.
All right, this is what they had in the 1930s. The chicken was still cold because they didn't have anything on board to heat it up. All right, here I go, one bite.
All right, they're doing it to us a little bit. Simple, boring salad, you know.
I like the 1920s where we had fried chicken, you know? So let's go ahead and try our cold rotisserie chicken.
I'm not looking forward to this. Oh, bro, it's so cold. It's slimy too.
Cheers.
It's like cold roasted chicken. It's kind of slimy.
But like, think about it. In the 1930s, they didn't really know.
What do you mean? They have taste buds?
And then they gave like a piece of bread, which is like boring.
But you know what's interesting? I think even just the concept of airfare was so new at this time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting because like now they're giving food, so people were probably like pretty excited, honestly.
Definitely. And they also gave like vanilla pudding.
And like you gotta assume like, bro, the richest people were flying. It wasn't like any, you know, it was like the richest people.
So they didn't even care about the food because it was like a status at the time. You're right.
Yeah, bro.
So the 1930s, I'm gonna rate this food a 1 out of 5 planes.
1 out of 5?
Yeah.
Bro, that's brutal.
Yeah, just whole plate is just kind of boring to me. I don't know.
It's boring to me too, but at the same time, I feel like I'm getting like healthy food out of this. I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3. I wouldn't be mad at this.
I guess. Well, let's go into 1940 and see if it's any better. Let's go. This is the beginning of World War II. A plane ticket costs about $95, and this is what planes look like.
The 1940s was the end of cold food and the introduction of heating elements like a microwave. During this decade, airline cabins were now pressurized, which meant they could fly in higher altitudes and way longer distance. And because of that, airlines were now offering way more amenities than ever before. So in the 1940s, airline food was frozen meals, usually meat, mashed potatoes and vegetables, a cookie, and hot tea.
I'm not excited about trying this out, but I guess
bro,
like...
what is this? This looks like slop.
Yeah, look at that. Listen, I think they were just excited because they're like, we could finally have hot food on the plane.
It has this weird, like, bouncy texture. Like, it feels like I'm literally eating a flip-flop. Like, I don't know.
All right, let's try the, okay, we want to try the corn?
Corn, yeah. Corn is corn.
Yeah, they nailed it on that one.
Corn is corn.
And then let's try their dessert, because it would all come in one pack anyway, so.
All right, go. What is that, like an apple dessert?
Apple dessert, yeah. It's not bad. The apples really feel like
it's weird.
No texture.
It's soft.
Listen, if anything, I'm happy that they at least included a chocolate chip cookie and some tea. I think I would just stick to those if I was on the plane.
See, this is really saving the day right here, honestly. Without that and that, without the corn, bro, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, I know my number. We're gonna say it at the same time?
Let's say it at the same time.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
0! I didn't know we could do 0. All right, yeah, so 0.
I would have probably just left the air.
I would have honestly parachuted down at this point.
I would have parachuted down and left. Let's just hop over to 1950 and see what that was all about.
I really hope they give us a better, like, experience. I really hope they go on.
We're now in the 1950s. I Love Lucy just debuted. A plane ticket is about $105, and this is what planes look like.
In the 1950s, planes had full-blown kitchens on board, so the meals actually got way more interesting and complex. In this decade, air travel became way more accessible to the general public, and airlines saw an increased number in passengers. And that led to even more amenities like alcohol being served on the plane. So in the 1950s, airline food was pasta, a charcuterie plate, ice cream, and alcohol.
1950s, looks absolutely amazing. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Cheers. Cheers. I mean, I'm happy. If I'm on the plane and I get some pasta like that.
It's so creamy and delicious. And they also gave us the charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board.
They gave us a sick ass
Go ahead and
charcuterie board.
give this a try.
Oh, we gotta do one cheese, one salami here. Let's roll it up. Cheers. You can't beat this decade right
You
here.
really can't beat this decade.
Can't beat this decade.
I'm having a great time on the plane. I wish the plane ride would last forever because we got some whiskey here.
I don't know about all that, but
Oh, I hate whiskey. Oh.
I'm sure how a real man does it. Exquisite. That's some ice cream right here?
And then we got some ice cream to just finish everything off.
Oh yeah.
I'm loving this decade.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm ready to go ahead and give this decade a 5 planes.
Chill out. Number one. This is getting a 4 out of 5 for me. 4 planes.
All right, let's go into the 1960s and hope that this guy gives it a 5-star. 1960s, we're now in the hippie movement. A plane ticket costs about $120, and this is what airplanes look like.
In the 1960s, airline food got even better. Some airlines even hired some professional chefs to be on board and prepare the meals. Not only did airlines have a wide variety of meats like steaks and turkey, but they also served cigarettes with your meal. And yes, you were allowed to smoke cigarettes on planes in this decade. So in the 1960s, airline food was steak, carrots and asparagus, pastries, milk, and a cigarette.
Dude, this looks phenomenal.
One thing I want to point out is that every meal was served with a cigarette.
Get out of there. Get that.
We don't
but
smoke,
bro.
They served it on the plane, so.
Oh my god, this steak looks absolutely incredible.
Amazing. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. You fly here often?
This is absolutely fire. I mean,
Asparagus and carrots.
I'm
this sorry, it complements it perfectly.
Yeah, this is the perfect meal for when you're flying. I would be absolutely happy. And a little bit of pastry on the side. Let's give that a shot.
Incredible.
I mean,
We gotta wash it down with a little bit of milk, you know?
the milk was a weird option to put on the side with steak, but
What you mean with the pastry, bro?
you think?
Yeah.
So they weren't worried about the steak. I mean, if I gave the last decade a 5 planes, I'm gonna give this decade a 5 planes because it's absolutely amazing.
Is this gonna get the 5 for me? It gets a 5 planes. Let's go!
All right, let's go
go.
into the 70s and see if it's any better. We've made it to the 1970s. The Beatles just broke up. A plane ticket costs about $150, and this is what planes look like.
The 1970s was the peak of airline foods. I mean, they were serving lobsters on board. This was also the decade where they introduced snack service in between meals to keep passengers happy. The 70s had elegant and beautiful lounges and even a piano bar on the plane. So in the 1970s, airline food was lobster, rice, chocolate pudding, peanuts, and soda.
1970, it actually looks amazing. They actually had chefs on board on the plane. Let's go ahead and dig in.
We're eating lobster tonight.
I mean, you can't really go
My
wrong
boy.
with lobster.
My boy.
And they served that up with some rice. Complements the lobster
Wait.
pretty well.
I'm definitely putting the lobster on the rice.
That lobster and rice has the perfect combo
Bro,
to
it's
it.
so good.
And they served it up with some like chocolate pudding, which I don't know how it goes really well with lobster, but
And the peanuts too? The peanuts go crazy.
not bad. To be honest with you, this meal for me, it's not the best, but it's pretty good for airplane food. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 3.5 planes out of 5.
3.5 planes out of 5.
Yeah, I'm not a lobster guy really, you know?
Bro, it's crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 4 out of 5 because, bro, I'm eating lobster and rice with a pudding and peanuts, bro. Are you
Fair
kidding
enough,
me?
fair enough.
I'm living lavish in the skies, bro. I wish they served this today.
They can't, it's impossible. But let's go ahead and see what the 80s has for us. 1980s, where waterbeds were super popular. A plane ticket cost around $200, and this is what a plane looked like.
In the 1980s, air travel was in high demand, which meant airlines were trying to find ways to cut costs. One airline CEO saved the company $40,000 a year by removing a single olive from their meals. Due to higher demands and cost-cutting measures, dining on airlines became less glamorous and the food was really basic. So in the 1980s, airline food was plain spaghetti, vegetables, brownies, pretzels, and a soda.
Quality of food was starting to decrease here
Yeah.
because of budget cuts. So I'm not excited for this one, but let's give it a shot.
What happened, bro?
Yeah.
We were doing so good.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
I mean,
how we go from having lobster to this?
It's so underwhelming. Like, you have just plain veggies. I mean, get me off that plane.
A pretzel?
Yeah. They switched it from peanuts to pretzels because of the peanut allergy, so.
So you can tell something happened. Something must have shifted. I don't know.
And the only thing I would be looking forward to is always the desserts. Brownies.
A brownie, easy brownie. Brownie, yeah, pretty good. Struggle meal right here.
But I'm gonna go ahead and rate this decade a 1 plane out of 5.
1 plane out of 5?
Yeah, it's so underwhelming.
You know what? I'm gonna give this a 1 out of 5 too. I was really underwhelmed. It's just carb heavy, some veggies. I'm just not that impressed by this.
Yeah, this is what happens when you try to save money. Well, let's hope the 90s get just a tad bit better.
I really hope so.
Let's find out. We made it to my favorite decade, 1990, where NSYNC was formed. A plane ticket cost $245, and this is what planes look like.
In the 1990s, airlines saw a significant increase in customers, which meant they had to serve all the food in a timely fashion. And they would actually serve McDonald's to save on cooking and reheating time. So in the 1990s, airline food was McDonald's cheeseburger, McDonald's fries, applesauce, raisins, and a McDonald's milk.
Yes, they did have fast food on airplanes. And if you guys remember in the school lunch videos in the 90s, also my school was serving McDonald's as well. So
crazy.
Yeah, cheers. I can never go wrong with a McDonald's cheeseburger.
This is what America was built on right here.
And we got some French fries from McDonald's, so
easy money.
This decade is lacking on the dessert though, because we have applesauce here, kind of boring, kind of lame, but you know, and the snack that they served at the time were raisins, and I actually really hate raisins. It's my least favorite snack ever.
I like raisins. They're all right. They're pretty cute. Hey, so Pat, what would you rate this?
Well, since McDonald's is one of my favorite fast foods, I give this a 5 planes out of 5. Absolute favorite decade so far.
If I was on a plane and I got McDonald's, I'd be over the moon. So this gets a 5 out of 5 for me. Let's go.
Let's hop into the next decade. The 2000s, where video games saw a rise in popularity. A plane ticket cost about $350, and a plane looked like this.
The 2000s was actually a somber decade because of 9/11. There was an increase in security, which changed how food would be served on planes. No more metal utensils, only plastic. There was limited food choice to minimize potential security risks, and all the meals had to be pre-packed before they board the plane. So in the 2000s, airline food was grilled chicken, mashed potatoes, vegetables, chocolate mousse, and soda.
We made it to the 2000s. Like I said, this is a little bit of a somber decade. This is when 9/11 happened and restrictions on food got even higher. Things had to be really basic at the time. Just security was at an all-time high. So let's give it a shot.
Grilled chicken.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Can't be mad at that.
Good protein.
Great protein.
Great if you hit the gym or something, you know?
A little boring, but again, like, you guys have to think about it. A lot of people were afraid to fly at this decade because, so I don't think food was like, it was just like, just get me fed. Let's just get to our destination. You know, but listen, the touch that they gave was at least a chocolate mousse. Like, they gave out chocolate mousse. I love chocolate mousse. So that in itself, I'm excited for.
I don't really care for chocolate mousse.
Wow.
I don't like creamy things in my mouth like that, you know?
Everything considered with this decade, I give this a rating of a 3 plane out of 5. Decent meal, gets you fed, satisfies you.
I mean, I can see what you're saying, but in terms of how it tasted, this is a 2 out of 5 for me. I'm super bored.
I mean, you can't beat the 90s, you know?
You can't really beat the McDonald's, huh?
Yeah, McDonald's. Now let's hop into our last decade and see what it's got.
I'm excited. Let's go.
Oh, we've arrived to our last decade, the 2010s, where Instagram was born. An average plane ticket cost about $450, and a plane looked like this.
In the 2010s, more airlines started accommodating for special dietary restrictions. The option for snacks improved due to the lack of taste in the meals. On-demand dining became more popular, and passengers didn't have to wait for set times to eat dinner, but that would also come at a premium price. So in the 2010s, airline food was a vegetarian sandwich, yogurt, Biscoff cookies, and water.
We have finally made it to our last decade, so we're gonna go ahead and try our veggie sandwich.
Veggie sandwich, I'm so excited. Hey, the crunch though, that's a premium crunch.
Oh, I gotta say, I'm surprised.
That low-key slaps. That slaps.
It's super refreshing. It's very light. I can see myself liking this on the plane because then I'm not sitting there feeling heavy.
Yeah.
And then also the introduction of Biscoff cookies. If you guys fly frequently, you guys know these cookies. They're absolutely delicious.
These cookies are banging.
Oh.
That little cinnamon hit, crazy.
Amazing, yeah.
Crazy.
Love that. They got a side of yogurt.
Yogurt's
and
delicious.
Water, like this is.
It's simple. It's actually
very
pretty
simple.
good.
Can it be better? Can it be pizza? Yes, it can. But
Could have been pizza. But
I'm gonna go ahead and go right down the middle and give this a 2.5 out of 5.
I get where you're coming from, but honestly, I'm giving this a 3.5 out of 5. And the reason for that is because if I'm a vegetarian right now, I'm over the moon. I'm getting lotus cookies, I'm getting yogurt, I'm getting a little like veggie sandwich. Like it's easy.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
For sure.
Cool. And that was 100 years of airplane food. Let me know which one was your favorite decade, and I gotta go return this plane, so I'll see you in the next one. Brian, turn it up. Guys, this is a real plane. Today we're gonna be cooking and tasting 100 years of military food, and I brought my friend Chef Rush to come taste everything with me. Get on the line, damn it! Sir, yes, sir! Starting off with 1910, where the average pay for a soldier was $13 a month, and US Army uniforms looked like this.
It's 1910 and we're in World War I, and Army food is super basic, but it's really filling. Each soldier could expect to get 4,000 calories a day. I mean, that's an insane amount of calories. The food was like dull, repetitive, it lacked a ton of flavor, of course, but it was designed for efficiency and longevity. I mean, they just wanted the soldiers to get enough calories they needed to fight and survive. To heat up their food, they basically had this small, tiny device. It was a folding stove, and it was universally known as the Tommy cooker. And this allowed soldiers to at least get hot meals. So in 1910, military food was Mackinaw stew, tinned beef, crackers, some jam, and instant coffee.
All right, guys, here we are in 1910, and we're gonna rate each meal from 1 to 5 stars.
Wait a second. I got a headache because I had like a flashback. I wasn't even here in 1910, but this gave me like this chill bump. Seriously, this looks like cat food. Yeah. This looks like dog food.
It's World War I. They were limited in options, so this is what they had to work with.
Just the smell of this reminds me of the military.
Really? 1910 beef stew. All right, chef. Cheers.
Cheers. No, it's 1910. I get it. I'm still saying no. But it's flavorless. It's flavorless.
Yeah, so they didn't use beef broth. They had to use water.
It's water. You can tell it's water.
Yeah. They're trying to feed each soldier 4,000 calories a day. Ooh, that's a lot of calories.
A lot of calories.
So I want us to go ahead to try the cat food. Oh. It tastes like cat food. If you have to spit it out,
I gotta swallow real quick. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Wow, that was bad. I would give it a 1.5.
Wow. I'm giving it a 2 out of 5. I guess like the beef and everything was flavorless, but I could survive off of that. But let's go ahead and see what 1920 has in store for us. In 1920, average pay for soldiers was $30 a month, and US Army uniforms looked like this.
Okay, 1920, America wasn't involved in any war, so this was a great time for them to reflect and learn lessons from World War I. And even though there were no active wars, we still had military bases that soldiers were stationed at, and even training camps where we had to feed soldiers. So the food we gave to soldiers did see a little bit of an uplift in flavor, but the main focus was nutrition and portability. But one of the greatest things that happened because of World War I is that soldiers started getting more and more chocolate. And this made soldiers extremely happy. Chocolate provided energy, nutrition, comfort, and a boost of morale. So this was something that definitely helped soldiers get through the hard times. So in 1920, military food was bacon and eggs, canned soup, bean, peas, and corn mix, chocolate, and coffee.
We're in 1920, and right off the bat, it's looking better than 1910.
It smells better also.
Yeah, we got bacon, we got eggs, and then, of course, you see chocolate.
This is 1920.
So there was a big candy boom in 1920, especially with chocolate, and soldiers had a demand for it more than anything else. Cheers. Not the best eggs and bacon I've ever had, but
not the worst.
Canned foods are huge in the military. It was served cold. Cheers. Think. Wow, that is rough. As bad as that was, let me redeem myself. We're in the Army. We got some chocolate. Chef, wild out there. Let's just have a moment together and have this chocolate bar.
It might be our last piece.
Cheers. Oh, okay. That redeemed itself a little bit.
That did. I'm gonna go with a 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm always a half a point ahead of you because I was gonna give this a 3. Not bad. I just hope it gets better. Let's see what 1930 has for us. We're now in 1930, where the average pay for a soldier was $21 a month. Yeah, it went down. And US Army uniforms look like this.
It's 1930 and C rations were just developed. And if you're thinking to yourself, what are C rations? Well, rations are special packs of food that soldiers would get designed to give them enough energy and nutrition. So there were different types of rations. There was A ration, B ration, and even K ration. And these were for soldiers in different types of situations. Sometimes they'll include kitchen tools to help you make your food, like this can opener. It's called the P38 can opener, and it's super tiny and portable, and I could see why they would give this to soldiers. And these rations wouldn't always just come with food. They would include guilty pleasures like a cigarette and, you know, sometimes even a magazine. So in 1930, military food was GI stew, canned bread, canned fruits, tobacco with rolling paper, and powdered lemonade.
We're in 1930, and I thought it was gonna get better, but we went backwards. We have GI stew here. Basically, it's corned beef hash with vegetables, and then we put the crackers in there. It smells bad. Talking about GI, Chef, were you a GI Joe fan?
Yes, I was the action kick figure for G.I. Joe.
Oh, you're that guy.
I'm that guy. American hero, baby.
This is rolled tobacco. They would just like put it in here, roll it up, and smoke it. Did you smoke cigarettes or any tobacco during your time? No. Wow. Let's go ahead and try this GI stew. The smell of it. Ooh. Cheers. What's happening, man?
It's like mush. It's like regurgitated.
I'm excited to dig into some canned bread here. I didn't know canned bread was a thing.
Canned bread is a thing.
Yeah.
You know, you can keep this bread around for 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 years.
Cheers.
It's building up.
What's going on?
Whoa.
I'm gonna go ahead and rate this dish. It's gonna be my first 1 out of 5-star dish. It is horrific.
I know the people in 1930 say, I wish I was born in 1910. It's half.
I know this was bad, but I think it's gonna get better. It's now 1940. The average pay for a soldier was $50 a month, and US Army uniforms look like this.
We've made it to 1940, and even though C rations were really prominent in this decade, there were also things called field kitchens. They're basically mobile kitchens that the Army used to cook food for soldiers when they were far out in the fields or even in combat zones. They were designed to provide hot meals to soldiers, so you could just imagine how excited they would get when they would hear a field kitchen's gonna show up, because they were finally gonna get different types of meals than they're used to, because, you know, everything that came in the rations were always the same. So in 1940, military food was spaghetti with meat sauce, pancake and syrup, fresh bread, an apple pie, and tea.
We've made it to 1940, and in front of a chef doesn't look that bad. This is because field kitchens were obviously a big thing.
They had one general location of where the field kitchen is going to be. It's going to be an open area where you can have like a flow line for it. So because like in food service, you want to be able to flow through, because you're going to have a bunch of people at one time. You want to feed them quick, fast, expediently, and just make them come in and go out and keep on going. Kind of like today's kind of like McDonald's.
Yeah. We got pancakes, we got an apple pie, we got pasta, fresh bread.
It's such a weird combination though. What's that metallic taste?
I think that's the tin. This is better than most of the desserts we've had so far.
This is a hot apple pie.
Cheers. Oh, very hot.
But delicious, huh? Actually kind of flaky.
Yeah, oh man.
A little crust on it. I'm okay with that.
It's probably the worst pasta I've ever had. But considering everything, I think the apple pie really held everything up here. 2.5 stars out of 5.
Apple pie, save for the day, 2 stars.
Let's see if 1950 is any better.
1950, here we come.
It's 1950. The average pay for a soldier is $75 a month, and US Army uniforms look like this.
In the 1950s, the military introduced MCI ration, which stood for Meal Combat Individual, and it was to replace the C rations, because so many soldiers were complaining about the mundane food that they would eat every single day. It still had a ton of canned food, and the quality was basically the same, but at least you got variety, so you weren't eating the same thing over and over again. Also, as you guys could see, I'm heating up the food in the can, and this is what soldiers had to do at the time because they didn't have kitchen tools at their disposal. I mean, this was also harmful to do. I mean, you got chemical leaching, metal toxicity from the cans, so it wasn't ideal, but they gotta work with what they can. So in the 1950s, military food was bean and sausage, peanut butter, crackers, canned chocolate pudding, and powdered milk.
We're in 1950, and I just feel like these things are getting worse. You see what's in front of us?
What is it?
We got canned sausage and canned beans. The way they got this food was supply drops. Are they like looking in the sky and then chasing the food?
No, you have drop zone. Not saying it's gonna hit directly on that coordination, but it'll hit in that area.
Have you ever had a situation where you got a supply drop, but then it like fell further away and you didn't get what you needed?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a pain.
Well, let's go ahead and try this delicious. It looks horrible. Cheers. Oh my goodness. They also gave canned chocolate pudding. Let's try that. Cheers. It's not horrible.
It's not horrible.
Yeah.
I'll take that sweetness any day over this right here.
Definitely.
I'll give it a 2, and that's me being generous.
All right.
Because this was like, hey, it's hard that time. 1950, it was the heat of battle right there.
Definitely. I give it 2.5. Let's get out of this high stress, high combat situation.
This is stressing me out.
Yeah, let's settle down in the 1960s.
Okay.
It's 1960, and the average pay for a soldier is $83 a month, and U.S. Army uniforms look like this.
It's 1960, and we're at the peak of the Vietnam War, and MCI rations were still a thing, but the military started exploring dehydrated and freeze-dried meals. It was super light to carry, and all you had to do is just throw in some boiling hot water, mix it up, and just wait for it to be done. But in a minute here, you're about to see why freeze-dried meals weren't any better than canned goods. Another thing that the soldiers would receive in the Vietnam War were care packages from home. Things like their favorite snacks and even homemade cookies. I mean, as a soldier, if you're in war and you get that, I can't even imagine the boost of morale that has. So in the 1960s, military food was freeze-dried meals, homemade cookies, Cheez-Its, and hot chocolate.
We're in 1960 now. This is where freeze-dried became really popular because it's light to carry. All you gotta add to it is some hot water. It looks horrible, but it doesn't smell that bad.
It does.
I feel like it's been hell for us these last few decades. Oh my goodness. The texture on this is crazy weird. Oh my goodness. I lost it up. Oh my God. Bro, what the
That's nasty, bro.
Oh my goodness. What the was that, man? Oh, Chef, we're back. Woo! Chef, what was that?
That was a hard one.
I'd rather take the GI stew over this. Let's go ahead and cleanse our palate with some baked homemade goods made from our parents. Oh.
Still rating up a 0.
I'm gonna agree with Chef on this one. Our first 0 out of 5. This is by far the worst one we've had. We've made it to 1970, and the average pay for a soldier is $193 a month, and U.S. Army uniforms look like this.
Okay, it's 1970, and America is still in the Vietnam War. And because of this, American soldiers were walking around local shops, so they were introduced to Asian cuisine, like fried rice, pho noodle soup, spring rolls. I mean, these are just a few things that American soldiers fell in love with. And because of this, Vietnamese food became super popular in America after soldiers came back from the war because they were craving all that delicious food they were eating in Vietnam. So in 1970, military food was Vietnamese stir fry, rice, tropical fruits, beef jerky, and Vietnamese iced coffee.
We're in 1970, and I'm smiling, and Chef Rush is kind of smiling because in front of us, we actually have what seems like a delicious meal. This is 1970. We're in Vietnam. A lot of the soldiers there would go and have local food. Let's go ahead and try this. This might be one of the best foods. Yeah, we made it.
Why we had to go to another country?
With a little bit of rice too. Oh, come on.
Nice, flavorful. Right, nice little sauce on that.
Caramelized with that brown sugar. Oh my goodness. We got tropical fruits. My favorite, kiwi.
Bingo.
What's going on here? Wow. Have you ever had Vietnamese coffee?
I love Vietnamese coffee.
Right?
This is 1970, right here with this. It's a 5 for me. I gotta go to the top of the food chain. It's a 5 for me.
Yeah, I 100% agree. A 5 for sure. This is by far the best meal we've had. Let's go ahead and get right into the 80s, which might be a little bit more familiar to Chef Rush. Finally made it to 1980, and the average pay for a soldier is $459 a month, and US Army uniforms look like this.
We're now in 1980, and this is the most significant change to military food because MREs are officially introduced. And MRE stood for Meal Ready to Eat, and they were these packages that came with a variety of different things in them, like mixed fruits, nutritious energy bars, crackers, and even main dishes like chicken stews. I mean, MREs were revolutionary to military food. They were super convenient, they had self-heating mechanisms, they were lighter than ever, and they had a variety of different meals. MREs changed the way soldiers ate food in the field forever. I mean, we use it till this day. So in 1980, military food was the introduction of MREs.
We are officially in 1980 here. You're familiar with MREs?
I am.
Yeah.
I used to test them.
You used to test them? No way.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Basically doing what you're doing with me,
Right.
but in the Pentagon.
Yeah.
So it's less cooler here?
Much less. When I was in the field so much, we had very high calorie MREs, like 4,000 plus. But I was eating like 3 at a time.
In one sitting?
In one sitting. It was about survival.
And start with the chicken stew.
Is this chicken? Oh, that's so cold.
Didn't even heat it up.
Oh my God.
What is that? Was it this bad, Chef?
No.
These crackers are questionable, but cheers. Ooh, that is processed cheese.
Whoa.
Well, let's hope that this cheese-filled pretzel saves this MRE kit.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Even though they dry.
We got ourselves a chocolate protein drink.
Oh.
Look at this. Why is it clumpy like this? Oh, yours is a little smoother than mine. It smells like liquor, right?
You like alcohol. Like it's flammable or something.
Cheers.
Cheers.
No.
Oh,
that is the worst protein shake I've ever had in my life.
Jeez.
What is that? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and rate this MRE kit a 1 out of 5.
I'll give it a half.
We're heading over to 1990. This was the year that I was born, and this was the year that you were actually serving in the military.
No, I was born.
Oh, you were born.
But I served.
Oh, right out of the womb.
Right out.
Wow. We're now in 1990, and the average pay for a soldier is $781 per month, and US Army uniforms look like this.
It's 1990, and MREs are still the primary rations that were given to soldiers, but they also had mess halls, which were basically like cafeterias. These military cafeterias are in areas that are way less active, non-combat zones, so it was super safe to eat there. And because it was a cafeteria, soldiers got better food than they would eat in the field, of course. And besides the better food that they would get, soldiers would also feel a sense of community in these cafeterias because they were able to sit together, conversate, and kind of relate to what was going on. So in 1990, military food was roasted chicken, mashed potatoes, steamed vegetables, ice cream, and Coca-Cola.
We're here in 1990. We have what they would serve in mess halls, which is basically what, like cafeterias. Whenever you were in the military, was it like more of like a self-serving? You just walked up like a buffet style, or
No self-serving.
Okay.
If it was self-serving, they wouldn't give you this little small. Look how small this is.
Yeah.
Can they see this? This is like this big. Are we gonna share this?
No, I mean you'll have the leg, I'll have the breast, but yeah.
The breast bigger than the leg.
Then you could have the breast, I'll have the leg.
Then the military also is survival of the fittest.
Cheers.
It's a good piece of chicken.
Yeah, it's a little under seasoned. At least we got some steamed vegetables.
I don't look forward to steamed vegetables. I want fresh vegetables.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yep, it sucks.
This is 1990, this is your decade. What do you rate this dish?
I'm gonna give this a 2.
Yeah, this was freshly made. Yep. So I'm gonna go right down the middle and give it 2.5.
This was tasteless. This was mashed.
Yeah.
The chicken was the one why I gave it a 2. Even though it was just this small. It was good.
Well, let's now go into the new millennium, the 2000s. It's the 2000s, and the average pay for a soldier is $1,134 a month, and US Army uniforms look like this.
We've made it to the 2000s, and there's this alternative to MREs called FSRs, which stands for First Strike Rations. These rations were designed for high combat areas and stressful situations where you're on the go. And because of that, these foods had to be light and easy to consume without stopping for a full meal. Things like dried fruits and even energy gels were so efficient for these rations. So in the 2000s, military food was a sandwich wrap, protein bars, dried fruit, energy gels, and Gatorade.
Guys, comment who's bigger. You know what? I look like SpongeBob's hand. Like when SpongeBob, you know, he has like a stick. These were FSRs, which was first strike rations. And this was for light, quick, we're in combat, and we gotta just get you fed. We got some dried fruits, we got a turkey wrap. This is a basic ass turkey wrap. I'm gonna give it a try. Boring. Cheese helps a little bit.
When I went to combat, I used to see this right here. I used to always imagine in my head that if I drank it, I'm gonna get some type of superhero power from the government. And I realized it wasn't true.
Did you ever get dry fruit?
I'm a fan of dry fruit.
Yeah.
Oh, I like dry fruit.
I feel like it gets the job done. Yeah. Get your vitamins, you get some sugar in there. I don't know how good the protein bars were there.
It's not crazy, man.
What would you rate this, chef?
Just because of the situation and being combat ready, 2.
2? I'm gonna go to 2. You're right. Because it's like, what else do you want? You want a steak dinner?
I mean, yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and head to our last decade. I think you might like this one.
I hope so.
We've made it to our last decade, and the average pay for a soldier is $1,447 a month, and US Army uniforms look like this.
We finally made it to our last decade, the 2010s, and Chef Rush just said he wanted a steak, and as you guys can see, I'm about to cook up a steak. And no, soldiers didn't have steak dinners in the field or even in the cafeterias. They would have this tradition that happened every year called dine-ins. It's this formal event that happens in these beautiful dine halls, and they would have delicious meals for soldiers in the military, and it's mostly to commemorate and kind of show respect for everything they've done for the country. And as you guys could see, they had delicious wine, and the food was top echelon. And Chef Rush is going to explain more about this, but this is something that soldiers cherish till this day. So in 2010, military food is filet mignon, shrimp cocktail, roasted veggies, cheesecake, and of course, some wine.
We've made it to our last decade, 2010. But this is the food that they would have in dine-ins. And
dine-ins is a part of a camaraderie where you get a bunch of military guys, whether it be officers, enlisted, whatnot, and they just want to show appreciation for them coming in. So we'll have a sit-down dinner, which can consist of something really nice, fancy, even some drinking, as you see we have right here, a little bit more where you can be more relaxed, and the food is up here. This looks nice, tasty, tender.
They had some steak, they had shrimp cocktail, roasted veggies.
Surf and turf.
Surf and turf, yeah. We got some beautiful cheesecake here, and of course, a glass of wine. How are the events? Are they usually wild? Are people like dancing on the tables, or is it more of like a tame professional thing?
It's more like a tame professional thing. You still gotta go back to work and look at the people's face. Yeah, so like, I saw what he did.
Cheers. Tender.
Flavorful.
Seasoned perfectly. Oh man.
I'm just down there more often.
It's not all bad. I splurge a little bit.
Good splurge.
That is fantastic. Oh, I love a good shrimp cocktail.
Oh, nice juicy shrimp.
As a dessert guy, are you kidding me? A cheesecake?
Okay, I gotta have a cheesecake.
You gotta have a cheesecake, chef. This is dine-in. We're celebrating. Cheers. Well made, well done. All that torture throughout the entire decades we've been through kind of makes it a little worth it if we're gonna have a dish like this every year.
I don't know if it was worth it to go through all that.
I'm gonna go ahead and rate this dish a 5 out of 5. What do you give it?
I'm doubling it.
Oh, it was up there.
Nice.
It's really good.
Really good.
Chef, thank you for your service and thank you for coming today. This was a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You guys, make sure to subscribe to Chef's channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Today we're gonna be recreating and tasting 100 years of jail food, and yeah, I got arrested just so I can make this video. Help me! Starting off with 1910, where an average bail costs about $20, and this is what jail cells look like.
In 1910, prisons didn't even have that much money. The focus was providing the cheapest meals possible rather than actually caring about nutritional needs. And because of these poor diets, it usually meant that a lot of these prisoners had health issues, and this led to a lot of unrest and sometimes even riots. So in 1910, jail food was porridge, bread and butter, and some weak tea.
All right, we made it to 1910. I invited my friend Kareem to come taste test all the decades with me. Cheers. No flavor. I think it was just there to like keep people alive. Like that has no flavor. And we salted it. I made it exactly how they said they made it in jail.
Hey, but
Straight up.
people who eat oatmeal live longer. That's a fact.
I don't know about that one. We're gonna be rating this 1 out of 5 soaps, and right off the bat, it's not starting off well because I give this a 1 soap out of 5.
It's getting a 1 soap for me too. This is terrible.
This was horrible. Let's hop over to the next second and see if it's any better. We're now in 1920, where the first ever talking movie was released. An average bail amount was $100, and this is what jail cells look like.
In 1920, it's actually interesting how they use food to control inmates. Good behavior usually meant better quality food or even more food. Because of this system, a lot of inmates fought with each other because they wanted the better quality food. Before the 1920s, there was no communal eating. A lot of people just ate inside their cells. But now, since everyone's eating in the same room, they got to see, hey, that looks better than what I have, and I want some of that. So in the 1920, jail food was sausages, canned beans, cornbread, and some tea.
Let's go ahead and give this a try.
It looks like an upgrade, honestly.
Listen, beans, good source of protein, good source of fiber. Let's go ahead and give these sausages a try.
Can we go for the same
Whoa.
sausage? Are we touching sausages?
I'm not mad. Boring. Obviously, listen, we gotta consider that this is jail food.
You're gonna be farting a lot after this meal.
Some cornbread on the side, not bad.
Whatever.
It takes a while to chew all this food, but it's a good thing because you gotta pass time while you're in jail, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of nutritional value in this meal, so I'm gonna just go ahead and give this a 2.5 soaps.
I like that they have a protein in there. Beans are a good source of fiber. I think I'll give it a 3 soaps out of 5.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's hop over to the 30s.
Let's go.
We're now in the 1930s. FIFA World Cup was just founded. An average bail was $250, and this is what jail cells look like.
In the 1930s, the Great Depression really affected prison budgets, which meant prisons really heavily relied on dry food and even canned food. Since meats were really expensive at the time, prisons limited the consumption of meat and relied mostly on beans and other sources for protein. And meals at that time had little to no variety at all. Inmates kept eating the same food over and over, day after day. So in the 1930s, jail food was vegetable soup, boiled potatoes, small cookie, and milk.
We're in 1930 and the meals aren't getting any better. I mean, these potatoes look sad. I don't know. I'm not happy about these meals, but we're gonna go ahead and give this vegetable soup a try.
Give it a little try. Okay.
It's not bad. I mean,
it's kind of hearty. I mean, like, listen, like, it's jail, my boy.
Yeah. And then we got some just boiled plain potatoes.
They couldn't at least fry the potatoes for us?
Straight up, fry them, do something different.
Do anything different.
Yeah.
Boiled potatoes?
The only thing that's saving this meal is this cookie.
And we gotta dip it in the milk.
And then they give milk on the side, so.
You think they were happy with this?
Definitely, this is the best part of the meal.
Why is it so fire though?
This is also when they start introducing more desserts to prison meals. So considering that this is a prison meal, again, I'm really considering that when judging this, but I'm still gonna give this a 1 soap.
1 soap,
yeah,
really?
The potatoes, it's just boring. I mean, it saved it with the cookie, but these two were just horrible for me.
I'm gonna give this a 2.5 soaps because there is a cookie, there is milk, and you know, cookies and milk are pretty good.
I really hope that the next decade gets better, so let's go check it out. It's 1940, World War II just started, an average bail was about $500, and this is what jail cells look like.
In 1940, prisons saw an increase in prison population and overcrowding. They just weren't prepared for something like that, which led to a lot of food shortages. Because of these food shortages, prisons created their own bakeries in which inmates actually worked in. But luckily, in this decade, prisons started getting freezers, which helped preserve the foods longer. And because of that, it helped alleviate a lot of the food shortages prisons were having. So in the 1940s, jail food was spinach and bacon, bread, a simple salad, and applesauce.
1940, I mean, spinach and bacon is a weird combo. Like,
it's a little bit of an upgrade though. I'm happy. I mean,
yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Like I said, boy.
I can vibe with that. That's not bad at all. Of course, I love bacon, so you can't go wrong with that. A simple salad.
Perfection.
Now the dessert, applesauce, very basic, you know.
This is the move though.
Oh.
You put it on the bread?
Hey, yo, what?
Hey, that's a rule. Don't trust anybody in prison.
I don't know if I trust your judgment here, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
This has been the best so far from all the other decades. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 3.5 soap because we're getting somewhere.
For me, if I got this, I think with the bacon, the spinach, all the flavors, I'm giving this a 4 out of 5 soaps.
Not bad.
Let's get it.
Not bad.
All right, let's see what the next decade's got.
Let's go.
We're now in 1950. Disneyland just opened. The average bail was about $900, and this is what jail cells look like.
Guilty. So in the 1950s, due to the economic growth, prisons actually saw an improvement in the quality and variety of the foods that were served. So at this time, prisons wanted to actually shift the way they were viewed. They didn't want to be seen as like a punishment center and more of like a rehabilitation center. So they gave inmates more options, and they actually introduced commissary service where inmates could purchase additional food items like a bag of chips, ramen noodles, candy, or even cookies. So in the 1950s, jail food was beef stew, vegetables, chips, and orange juice.
We made it to the 50s. The beef stew soup just looks horrific. I mean, let's go ahead and give the stew a try. It's a hearty meal. I'm not mad at it. You got the beef, you got the potato, you got some vegetables. It's not that bad.
This is depressing. If I got this, I would just be so depressed.
Would you rather get this or the porridge?
I'd rather get this.
And then they gave obviously like some vegetables because they wanted to keep the, you know, diets balanced and whatnot.
Fritos is goated though.
Overall, I'm gonna go ahead and rate this down the middle, 2.5 soaps.
This gets a 1 out of 5 for me. Honestly, this just makes me really sad.
I'm sad too, but let's just get out of this decade and go to the next.
Okay.
It's 1960, America just landed on the moon. An average bail is about $2,500, and this is what jail cells look like.
So in the 60s, prisons started really focusing on nutritional and healthy foods. They wanted to provide the inmates with a balanced meal. They want to also accommodate to special diets for health reasons like diabetes, but also accommodate to other inmates for religious reasons that couldn't eat certain meat. Some prisons even took it a step further and let inmates have their own garden and plant their own food. Not only did it provide fresh produce for the kitchen, but it was also seen as a form of rehabilitation training. So in the 1960s, jail food was a tuna salad sandwich, pea soup, salad, vanilla pudding, and milk.
The tuna salad doesn't look too bad, I guess.
Yeah, tuna sandwich always hits some good protein in here.
Let's give it a shot. Cheers.
Give it a shot. Okay.
That's not bad.
I think this any day.
Definitely something nice to have if you're locked up. You know what I mean? They also gave the green split pea soup, which I don't know about this one, guys.
Green
but...
split pea?
Oh, that is disgusting.
Should I try that? I don't know if I should try that.
Try it.
All right.
It tastes like a chalkboard.
That's the nastiest thing I've ever put in my mouth.
And he's put a lot. I like a simple salad, but you know, this is where I'd be going. Straight to the dessert. Just a vanilla pudding. It's not that bad.
Throw the whole decade away.
I'm gonna give this a 2 soaps because the sandwich and pudding is keeping it up somewhat.
I gotta agree. I think this will get a 2 soaps for me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've been in jail for 50 years and I hope it gets better in the 70s. Let's go check it out.
Oh, guys, okay, fine. We made it to 1970. Star Wars just debuted. An average bill was about $4,000, and this is what jail cells look like.
Gotta get out of here.
In the 1970s, just because it was prison, it didn't mean that they didn't follow societal trends like a vegetarian diet or even a vegan diet. So they started providing the inmates with more of these dietary options. Now, just because it was vegetarian or vegan, it didn't mean that the quality of the food was any better. A lot of the times, these vegetarian and vegan options were actually one of the worst options on the menu. Prisons started taking huge cost-cutting measures, and it usually started with the quality of the food that they would buy. So in the 1970s, jail food was spaghetti, boiled eggs, a piece of bread, and cake.
1970s, already off to a great start because we have this delicious cake.
Cake's cool, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the spaghetti looks plain, but again, this was like, they had more vegetarian and dietary like options. This is what people, they accommodated to special dietary needs, you know, so.
My dietary needs include meat.
It's not bad. It's plain, it's boring.
Boring spaghetti.
But hey, it's not that bad at all, you know? The boiled eggs, I would just mix that in with the spaghetti.
Let's do it.
All right.
That looks disgusting.
Making my own concoction right here. Give this a try, I'm telling you, watch. The eggs were wonderful.
It gave us some protein.
Yeah. Now, for my absolute favorite part, the cake. Nothing beats a good cake.
This is right up your alley, huh? Wash it down with some lemonade.
Ooh, thank you. Oh. That's good. This is probably up there with the best meals we've had in prison so far. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 3.5 soaps because it's actually pretty delicious.
Mid 2 out of 5 soaps.
Whack, dude. All right, let's go into the 80s and see what that has for us. It's now the 1980s. McDonald's just launched their chicken nugget. An average bill was about $6,000, and this is what jail cells look like.
In the 1980s, prisons saw a huge surge in inmate numbers. And even though there were more inmates than ever, prisons still got huge budget cuts. Despite the budget cuts, prisons still emphasized meeting basic nutritional standards. They didn't cut corners on the quality of the food, but instead they got inmates to run the kitchen and do food preparation. Another way they saved money was providing the inmates with the same exact food every single day. And because of that, inmates relied way more on commissary snacks than actual nutritional food. So in the 1980s, jail food was grilled chicken, mashed potatoes, fruits, and snacks like candy and chips.
Things are looking up so far.
You know me, love me some protein.
Bon appetit.
Serves a purpose.
Oh.
Wanna hit some push-ups later?
I mean, I love the fact that they actually gave real protein, whole chicken.
Real food for some real ass mofos.
A lot of those inmates weren't a fan of the food at the time, so a lot of inmates ate a lot of snacks. So they had the chips, the gummy bears, they would buy things from commissary. So that's why we have this here. Can't go wrong with some Fritos and some gummy bears. Yum, yum, yum.
Prison's getting to this guy.
And we got some fresh fruits. I'm not complaining.
Fruit's alright. Mashed potatoes are pretty bland.
Overall, I'm happy with this. I'm gonna give this a 4 soaps out of 5.
Listen, it ain't no gourmet meal, but it does the job, gets the protein. So I'm gonna give this a 3.5 soaps out of 5.
Not bad.
Let's go.
All right, let's go into the 1990s, baby. We're in the 90s. AOL just launched. An average bill is about $10,000, and this is what jail cells look like.
In the 1990s, the food in prison were so bland and boring that prisoners started inventing their own food with the snacks that they got from commissary. Like the concoction that you're seeing right now, they used to take ramen noodles, hot Cheetos, boiling water, mix it together, and they would create their own meals. A lot of the inmates voiced concerns about the quality of the foods that were served to them. They really believed it led to a lot of the health problems they were having. They usually banded together and started protesting over better meals. So in the 1990s, jail food was prison ramen noodles, scrambled eggs, a piece of bread, and ice cream.
Yeah, it looks interesting. Let's give it a shot. Woo. That's not bad.
I could see the appeal behind this.
That is not bad, dude.
I mean, it tastes like hot Cheetos, but just in a different texture, and then topped with that chicken bouillon has a little bit of spice to it.
It's actually pretty freaking fire, dude.
Not bad, not bad. Eggs, I mean, eggs are boring.
Eggs are boring, but yeah, see, this is why they protested, because they're like, eggs, just give us something. So they just went to commissary and made their own thing.
I like the fact that I had to sit here and take my time and make this.
I know.
I'm already, I guess I'm in prison. I got a lot of time.
In prison, yeah. The ice cream, to top it off.
Ice cream's gas. We like a little treat.
Delicious. Because of this, I think it saved a decade for me. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 3 soaps because of this concoction right here. It's actually pretty delicious.
Yeah, but the fact that I made that concoction is bothering me, you know? The fact that they're not really providing me with anything really that's like, I gotta go out and make this now. Bro, you get a 1 out of 5 soaps from me.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not really messing with that. We're not rocking with that.
Well, we're done with the 1900s. Let's go into the 2000s, baby. It's the 2000s, the dawn of a new millennia. Apple just released its first ever iPod. Average bail was about $30,000, and this is what jail cells look like.
So in the 2000s, prisons used food more than ever to control inmate behavior. They would serve what they called quote unquote good food to people that behaved properly, and the ones that didn't, they would serve them this thing called neutral loaf, which is basically as disgusting as it sounds. The kitchen would take all of the food that's left over, throw it into a blender, and then bake it. The good news is that commissary service during this decade really expanded and gave inmates way more delicious options. So in the 2000s, jail food was neutral loaf, jelly toast, pretzels, and water.
We've made it to the 2000s, and this neutral loaf just looks rancid.
This looks like we found it in a forest somewhere. We were stumbling upon it in a forest, so I don't know.
It's disgusting, but let's go ahead and just
give
take
it a
bite.
try.
Oh.
I'm not excited, bro.
I'm not happy about this one. I don't know if I can swallow. I can't swallow this.
That is fucking disgusting. I'm sorry.
I can't swallow it. I can't swallow it. Sorry about that.
That was disgusting.
I couldn't swallow that.
So nasty.
It tastes exactly how it looks. Disgusting. But hey, at least they gave jelly toast. This is all I would be eating in jail if I was in bad behavior. simply the best. This is all I've been having.
It's the best strawberry toast I had in my life.
Pretzels, I'm not a fan of pretzels.
I love pretzels.
I would take 1910's porridge over this. I would take anything over this. I'm giving this a 1 soap out of 5 because this is just disgusting. This killed the whole plate.
This gets a negative 10 out of 5 soaps for me.
Whoa, can we even do that?
We just did.
Let's go to the last decade and hope it doesn't taste this bad. 99, 98, 74. I don't even know what decade we are anymore. I've been trapped in it forever.
It's 2010.
Oh, it's 2010. Uber just went live. An average bill was about $50,000, and this is what jail cells look like.
In the 2010s, prison meals didn't get any better. They would often use the same meals as before, and they would also plan meals based on the cheapest available ingredients. Eventually, this got challenged legally due to a lot of reports of prisoners getting sick from the meals that they were eating. So in the 2010s, jail food was chili, corn, a piece of bread, brownie, and Kool-Aid.
Miserable.
Miserable. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Maybe it's good.
All right, let's see.
It's not boring. Nah, it's not the best.
Let's get some corn with that.
Get some corn.
Corn is great.
The chili is mid.
Hey, here's what you gotta do. You gotta take the corn.
Oh.
You gotta take the corn, put a little bit on the chili, and then what you wanna do is take a little bit of the chili, then put that on the bread.
Let me know if that gets any better.
Now we got a chili cheese sandwich.
Not bad?
It still sucks. Hey, is that a brownie though? They gave us a brownie?
We got brownies.
We got brownies though with some chili on it. Oh! Take a little bit of the chili.
Okay.
Put it on the brownie.
Okay.
You're getting the sweet salty combination.
That sounds horrible.
And then what you want to do?
This is what prison's like.
You take a little bit of then you take a little bit of the corn and you put a little bit of the corn on the brownie. Bro, we did something with that. You need to try that. You need to try that.
I'm gonna give this a shot. I don't believe it.
No. Oh yeah, if you guys haven't tried that before, then I don't know what you're doing with your lives. That's unique. That's good.
That's very unique.
What we giving it? What we giving it though? Out of 5 soaps?
You know, every decade we did, none of them got a 5 soaps. And this one isn't either. I give this a 2 soaps. It's not that good.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think we learned a lot during this whole thing that like, man, I really don't want to go to prison.
Yeah,
I don't want to get
That's
caught.
the moral of this video is don't go to prison because the food sucks.
I'm gonna give this a 2.5 soaps out of 5. Overall, I mean, prison food is whack.
Yeah. And there you have it, 100 years of jail food. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite, and they finally released me, so I'm out of here. In this video, we're gonna be cooking and tasting 100 years of hospital food. And yeah, I went to medical school just so I can make this video. Starting off with 1910, where a doctor's salary was $1,500, and this is what the inside of a hospital looked like.
In 1910, hospitals served more basic and simple foods, so it was easier to digest. And this was like before they invented like refrigerators, so like that technology wasn't really around. One of the more popular dishes in this era is when they took meat, boiled it, and then threw it into a blender and made this like meat puree. I mean, it just looks horrific. But luckily, that wasn't the only thing they served. So in 1910, it was meat puree, porridge, applesauce, hard-boiled eggs, and milk.
Okay, here it is, 1910. I brought my friend Brian to come taste test everything with me. Starting off, I mean, that meat puree just looks
Let's go, dude.
awful.
Me and you, bro.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh. I can't.
Basically, you see the color of this thing, how it's like gray and like discolored and there's no life in it? That's what it tastes like.
I mean, they still serve some good stuff. We got porridge here, which I could dig it. That's delicious.
That's very good.
I would hate to be a patient back then. I would just ask for the porridge. Well, if I had to go ahead and rate this meal for 1910 and taking everything into consideration, I'm still gonna give it a 1 IV bag out of 10 because it is absolutely disgusting, especially that meat puree.
I think 1 IV bag is a little harsh.
What?
I'm gonna give it 3 IV bags because I feel like this is edible, this is edible, this is edible. Like you're still getting a good meal, you know what I mean? Like,
but it's not, there isn't that much flavor in that
the
porridge.
entree, not good.
It's so bad. All right, well, let's hop into 1920 and see if it's any better. We're now in 1920. The first ever bubblegum was invented. The average doctor's salary was about $3,000, and this is what the inside of a hospital looked like.
The 1920s was the discovery of vitamins, which led hospitals to focus more on nutritional dense foods. They started hiring dietitians to help with meal planning so patients would recover more quickly. But if I was in the 1920s and they served me boiled chicken, I would probably start feeling a lot more sicker. Then again, World War I just ended, and I just want to get out of the hospital. So the 1920s is boiled chicken, whole grain cereal, soup, pudding, and milk.
All right, we've made it to 1920, and it already looks 100 times better than the last decade. Boiled chicken, not my favorite, but Brian just told me he has boiled chicken with barbecue sauce.
Often.
Here we go, cheers.
Not bad.
Not much flavor, and it's just salt and boiled chicken.
This is gonna take a long time to chew.
It's a jaw workout. They also served some whole grain cereal and soup, which, hey.
We're going to soup first?
Yeah, I'm going with the chicken noodle soup.
Let's go.
Oh, that is so like comforting. If I'm in the hospital in the 1920s, like, I'm pretty happy. I'm not happy I'm there. I'm not happy I'm there, but dinner time, I get a little excited.
Yeah, this is like mental hospital food.
I'm pretty happy. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 5 IV bag out of 10.
5 IV
yeah,
bag.
Right in the middle. I think it's all right. I'm not happy or sad about it.
All right. Yeah, I think I can go with you. Yeah, 5 IV bags. It's pretty solid. You know, I'm a big fan of boiled chicken, so.
Let's go into 1930s.
We're now in 1930. The Empire State Building just got completed. An average doctor's salary is about $5,000, and this is what the inside of a hospital looked like. So in the 1930s, therapeutic diets became way more refined, and you're probably asking yourself, what is therapeutic diets? It's basically very, very distinct eating plans meant to help specific medical conditions or diseases. So for example, let's say you have high blood pressure, they would give you a meal plan that reduce your sodium intake, increase your fruits and vegetables, and limit you on sweets. Another interesting thing about this era is that prohibition got repealed. So hospitals began to like integrate certain alcohols into like people's that, can you just imagine like getting drunk at the hospital? Like, so in the 1930s, hospital food was codfish, whole grain bread, canned vegetables, canned fruits, and fruit juice.
You know, I'm not a big cooked fish guy. I like sushi, I like raw fish, but cooked fish, I'm not so happy about it. But let's go ahead and give this a try. This is codfish right here. Cheers. Not bad. That's actually really good. I mean, it was the only fresh thing, except for the bread, on this plate. Let's go ahead and try the canned vegetables.
So what are these white things in the veggies?
I think they're, I don't know.
Potato.
You think they liked it at the 30s? They're like, hey, this is actually really good. I really like this thing. Who made this fresh veggie plate?
Is that how they talked in the 30s?
Yeah. Like, do you think they loved it?
I think so. They must have been like, this is a marvel.
They still stuck to the whole grain diet and gave us some whole grain bread.
Bread and fish, baby.
Bread and fish. Decent. It's just not doing it for me. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this a 3 IV bag out of 10.
I'm gonna go 2 IV bags.
Ooh, why?
I know we're eating hospital food and it's supposed to be bland and healthy or whatever, but even like the quality of this is just really like the quality of these veggies and this and the bread. It's just like a low quality meal, except for the fish.
Well, let's go into the 40s and hope it's a little better.
We're now in 1940. The microwave just got invented. The average doctor's salary is $8,000, and this is what the inside of a hospital looked like. In the 1940s, this was the peak of World War II, which had a huge impact on hospital foods. They had to ration a lot of their foods, especially meats, sugars, and even like certain fats. But thankfully, they had access to a lot of canned foods, which had a longer shelf life and helped them during this time. But just imagine being in like the hospital in the 1940s, how horrible that was. Like, your nurse came in and said, we can't give you any meat. Like, here's some bread and cheese. I'll see you later. There were hospitals that started like their own victory gardens to supply some of their food. But again, it just wasn't enough. So in the 1940s, hospital food was bread and cheese, oatmeal, fruit pie, orange, and milk.
Let's do it. What are we starting with?
Let's start with the grilled cheese, you know? Well, it's not really grilled cheese. They just gave like bread and cheese. I mean, pretty delicious though.
There's definitely some wartime food.
This is definitely wartime food. They also had some oatmeal, and Brian and I were just discussing, we have oatmeal almost every morning.
That's right.
It's my favorite breakfast. So I wouldn't be too mad with some oatmeal here. Pretty good.
This is the way Pat makes it.
This is the only way to make it.
He makes it the 1940s way, right? Every morning he cosplays 1940s style. Like,
dude, don't tell everyone my secret. And of course, milk. You know, they serve milk because they were like, oh, it's nutritious. The cheese is nutritious. They was just trying to get people fed and not dead. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 6 IV bag out of 10.
Dude, 6 IV bags is way too high for me.
No, I think it's great.
It tastes okay. Doesn't taste amazing. Dude, for me, this is like a 2 2 IV.
2 out of 10?
2 IV bags.
What? That's crazy. I mean, all right, let's just agree to disagree and head over to the 50s.
We're now in 1950. Alaska and Hawaii just became states. The average doctor's salary is about $12,000, and this is what the inside of a hospital looked like.
We've now entered the 1950s. World War II just ended, so this was the baby boom era. A ton of soldiers came back from war, and they kind of got busy making babies, which of course increased the amount of hospital births, and so they had to kind of change their menu to make it more child-friendly and maternity-focused. And since there was a ton of people coming to the hospital, they kind of had to make the food a little bit more convenient to prep, so they used a lot of like frozen foods at the time. So in 1950, hospital foods was roast beef, frozen vegetables, apple, jello, and orange juice.
We're now in the 1950s, post-World War II era. I mean, things are looking up. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and dig in with this roast beef.
It's a decadent 1950s.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Delicious. So delicious.
That's so good.
A little bit of frozen vegetables on the side. Yummy. Super delicious. I mean, I'd be sad that I'm in the hospital, but happy that I'm having roast beef. Definitely in the hospital.
Yeah.
Got some fresh apples on the side.
Can't go wrong with fresh apples.
And if you've ever been at the hospital, you know they've been hooking you up with this Jello. I've been to the hospital a couple times, and I always remember to give you a Jello on the side of your meal if you ask for it. Fantastic. And they thought they were being healthy with some orange juice on the side, but it's definitely just sugar. Oh yeah, sugar. Overall, decent decade. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this. I mean, if I'm giving bread and cheese a 6 out of 10 IV, I'm gonna also go ahead and one level higher because we got the roast beef. I'm gonna go 7 IVs out of 10.
This is super nostalgic for me, but it's also really good quality. You know, the beef is really nice.
Definitely.
And the Jello's good and the apple's fresh. I'm gonna go ahead and give this 10 IV bags out of 10.
Whoa!
I'm giving it a 10. I just don't see it getting better than this. I'm pretty sure you can't get this quality roast
But you know
beef.
what? We're gonna get to the present decade.
Yeah.
For now, let's hop over into the 60s.
Let's go.
We're now in 1960. The first ever Super Bowl just happened. The average doctor's salary is about $20,000, and this is what the inside of a hospital looked like.
Okay, we're now in the 1960s, and the immigration in America increased by a lot at this point. So hospitals started incorporating food that were for more of like a broader demographic. Hospitals also started realizing that food presentation mattered a lot. If the food looked appealing, patients would eat it. And so they were starting to refine a lot of these things to make the experience a lot better. So in the 1960s, hospital food was pasta, soup, simple salad, yogurt, and tea.
We're now in the 1960s, and this was the era where immigrants started coming more and more into America. So hospitals started accommodating to the food that comforts them. We got a tomato soup, we got a simple salad, some yogurt.
Looks pretty solid. Looks pretty modern too.
Yeah, it looks very modern. Cheers. If I'm an immigrant in the 60s, I came to America, I don't know, I broke a leg, I'm in the hospital, they give me some of this food, I'm like, I'm never leaving America. This is fantastic.
If I'm an immigrant in the 1960s, I probably wouldn't go to the hospital. I'd probably be scared that I'd be deported or something, man.
And they also served some delicious tomato soup on the side. I mean, this is just simple, but packs flavor. I'm a happy camper. And as dessert, to keep us somewhat healthy, they gave some yogurt. Protein, probiotics.
Oh, this is delicious. Wow.
It's all cozy.
Holy cow.
And then some tea on the side. I love this. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and rate the 60s an 8 IV back out of 10. I mean, fantastic. I feel at home. I feel comfortable. I feel like I'm gonna get better very soon.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and agree. 8 IV bags out of 10. Solid meal.
Solid meal.
Really good.
All right, let's head over to the 70s.
We're now in 1970. Star Wars just got released. The average doctor's salary is about $50,000, and this is what the inside of a hospital looked like.
In the 1970s, hospitals started offering patients more choices in their meals. They started slowly realizing like, hey, if we just satisfy the patient, it could positively impact their health outcome. So one of the moves that hospitals made was to offer fast food as an option. I mean, listen, if I was a patient and I got some McDonald's fries, I would probably jump out of bed and start dancing, you know? So in the 1970s, hospital food was chicken, McDonald's fries, whole grain snacks, fruit cup, and milk.
Here we are, 1970s. This was the era, like I said, they introduced some fast food into the hospitals to make people feel comfortable. But obviously that's not all they give. They give some chicken. Nothing like a good simple fried up chicken.
Can't go wrong.
Not at all.
Never gets old.
Never gets old, and I prefer more over boiled chicken. And especially boiled chicken with barbecue sauce. Right after, I'm gonna be going for these delicious, and we all know McDonald's has the best French fries. Comment down below if you agree.
There's definitely no fries missing from this. So we didn't take any fries before we record.
Yeah, trust me, we're not lying.
Yeah.
When I worked at Domino's Pizza, I actually delivered pizza at the hospital.
For patients?
For patients. There was one time I delivered a pizza to a patient. The doctor came out and said, "What are you doing? You can't give that to the patient." I go, "He ordered it." And then there was a big argument of like, yeah. Of like, I was like, "You gotta get out of here." I'm like, "Well, he has to still pay for the pizza." And then the guy in the room was like, "I want the pizza." It was like crazy. It was chaotic.
That's insane.
Yeah. You know, to balance it, they gave some whole grain snacks.
Look at this one. I got a double. It's like perfect. Look at
That is perfect. Delicious. Whole grain. I feel healthy right after eating some of that McDonald's French fries. They also served up some fruit cups.
Fruit cocktails are very common in hospitals, schools.
Oh yeah.
It's just like so easy to preserve, you know? Pretty happy with this meal. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a solid 5 IV bags out of 10.
What? How did you say everything amazing and then go 5 IV bags out of 10? I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 7.5 IV bags out of 10.
7.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was delicious. All right, let's head over to the next seckie.
Let's go.
It's the 1980s. MTV just debuted. An average doctor's salary is about $90,000, and this is what the inside of a hospital looked like. In the 1980s, some hospitals started testing this hospitality service. So basically, it's just like room service, like when you go to a hotel and you can order food whenever you want. It's not like scheduled like it was before. And for patients, this was like amazing because you just picked up the phone, ordered some food, and boom, it was like right in front of you. Also, dietitians were starting to work directly with the patients to meal plan. Of course, they were keeping in mind to still meet their nutritional needs, but they were talking directly with the patients to figure out what suits their personal taste so they don't hate the food that they get. So in the 1980s, hospital food was beef stroganoff, mashed potatoes, scrambled eggs, pudding, and coffee.
People could just order whenever they want.
You just ring a bell and you get beef stroganoff to your room.
Beef stroganoff. Right this way, son. No,
not bad.
No,
it's okay. Something tastes like mayonnaise about it.
There's sour cream in it.
Oh, okay.
Dijon mustard. It's not bad. It's a creamy dish. I don't know if I would order this.
Yeah.
But can I just get a burger, please?
Right.
And I also served it up with some mashed potato on this side. You can't go wrong with a good mash. And then pudding made a comeback in this decade.
I don't feel like there's like nutritionists. Are there nutritionists in the 80s?
There were dietitians for sure,
dietitians,
but
okay.
what they were actually focusing on was more of like, they started realizing, hey, if patients have the food that they like, it usually linked to them getting cured a lot quicker.
Okay.
Again, I'm not a fan of the beef stroganoff, whatever. It's just kind of a simple whatever meal. I'm gonna go ahead and give this decade a 3 bags.
3
out of
IV
10.
bags? I think I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Let's give it 3 IV bags. That beef stroganoff is not
there.
Not that pleasant.
I would have taken a burger instead. But let's go ahead and hop into the best decade ever, the 90s.
We're now in 1990. AOL just came out. The average doctor's salary is $150,000, and this is what the inside of a hospital looked like. We're now in 1990, and some of you might love it, and some of you might hate it. But this is where plant-based diets became more prominent inside hospitals. They saw an increasing amount of patients that were vegetarian and vegan, so they wanted to provide more nutritional meals that didn't involve meat-based diets. And because of that, they had to retrain hospital chefs and service staffs on how to prepare these foods and not have cross-contamination. So in 1990, hospital foods was veggie chili, vegetable stir-fry, simple salad, fruits, and apple juice.
We got ourselves a vegan chili here, so let's go ahead and give it a shot. Cheers.
Not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Not bad.
Dude, I like it.
Me too. Would it be sacrilegious for me to say that I want to put this on a hot dog?
It's not a bad meal at all.
No.
Even as a non-vegan, I actually really like this meal. So I'm gonna go ahead and rate this dish. Honestly, I'm gonna give it like a 7.5 out of 10 IV bags.
Yeah, in the context of like being in a hospital, you're trying to get better. You probably don't want to be eating like cheesy chicken sandwich or something or some steak. So yeah, I think I can agree. 7.5 IV bags for this one.
Nice. All right, let's head over to the next decade. We made it to 2000. The first ever iPhone just got released. The average doctor's salary is about $200,000, and this is what the inside of a hospital looked like.
Welcome to the 2000s, and this is where hospitals wanted to step up their food game. So they partnered with professional chefs and culinary schools to improve the quality of their food. What their goal was with that was to bridge the gap between institutional food service and like a restaurant dining experience. I mean, a lot of people have said that they failed at that. I think it's a tough thing to nail because you're serving so many people every day that it's hard to hit that top quality. But you know what? At least they tried, you know, and that's what matters. So in the 2000s, hospital food was grilled salmon, brown rice, steamed vegetables, rice cakes, and water.
Grilled salmon, I mean, that looks good to me. I would love that if I'm at the hospital with a little side of like rice and veggies.
I guess the salmon, but everything else, I don't know, it looks kind of bland, but I guess we're gonna find out right
like
now.
the rice cakes, like that's so boring.
I hate rice cakes.
I hate rice cakes, but we're gonna have to eat it. So let's start with the salmon though. Cheers. That's delicious. And then the rice, the brown rice. Let's see. I think the combination of salmon and brown rice just go together so well.
Yeah, what is it? Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's like the taste of dirt with the taste of fish. And then they had the steamed vegetables. Boring. Boring. And last but not least, for dessert, they had rice cakes.
Oh, man.
I don't know if this was dessert, but like, listen to this. It's like dried nothingness.
Tastes like cardboard.
And it sounds like cardboard.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go ahead and rate the 2000s. I think for the most part, the salmon and rice held this dish up. But again, you got the water, which is a little boring with the veggies and the rice cakes, just not for me. So I'm gonna go right down the middle and go 5 out of 10 IV bags.
Yeah, 5. I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna give it 6 IV bags because, like, you know, I'm in the hospital. I'm sick. I'm getting salmon from a chef. I'm getting some brown rice. You know, I'm getting nutrients, and I'm feeling optimistic that I'm going to be getting out of here soon. So,
all right, let's go on to our last decade.
Let's do it.
We're finally in our last decade, 2010s. Game of Thrones just got released. The average doctor's salary is about $300,000, and this is what the inside of a hospital looked like.
We're now in 2010. I mean, we've learned a lot up until this point. Hospitals are providing even more customized meal plans to patients. They went from having hospital chefs to culinary experts. Some hospitals even collaborating with celebrity chefs. Yeah, celebrity chefs. Technology is even getting integrated more than ever inside hospitals. For example, you had to call in your food orders back then, where now you could basically use an iPad and have food at your door. I mean, the list goes on and on. To think where we started and where we are now, hospital foods are just a complete different experience. So in 2010, hospital foods are turkey meatballs, fruit smoothie, jello, steamed vegetables, and herbal tea.
We're now in our last decade, the 2010s. Well, this decade, I mean, again, we got some meatballs.
There you go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Be careful, it's hot. Dude, is it hot?
Perfect.
That was delicious.
That was pretty good. Yeah, not bad.
I'm getting meatballs. Cauliflower broccoli, it's like, what do you guys do? I know, it's like you guys are trying to give me healthy stuff, but like, it's so bland and boring.
I'm a big fan of cauliflower and broccoli, actually. So, pretty good.
I get it. We got the herbal tea and we got the jello. Look at this. Yogurt and jello is like a staple in every freaking hospital.
Because it's easy to digest, right? It's easy to eat.
It's perfectly sweet.
I'm excited for this.
Oh, the
Can I try
smoothie.
this?
The fruit smoothie, yeah.
It's pretty good. It's good. Yeah, I'd be stoked to get that in the hospital.
That does taste healthier than like most smoothies.
Yeah.
But still, I'm not complaining. I'm at the hospital. I'm trying to get out. You know what, Brian? After eating all this food from every decade, I think I'm starting to feel better.
You know what I'm thinking? I think it's time to get out of the hospital, dude.
I think it's time to get out of the hospital. You know, I'm just like, get this thing off of me. Let's get this off. Get this off. Let's get out of here, dude. Let's get out of here.
You threw it on the food?
Oh my God, look at that. All right, there. We just bought the spiciest hot sauces from India, Thailand, Mexico.
Oh my God. Bro, no. I'm sweating, bro.
And every other country's spiciest hot sauce I could get my hands on. My friend Kareem and I will be going through 12 rounds of eating the spiciest hot sauces in the world. If you could withstand the heat without drinking milk, you score 1 point. If not, you fail and earn no points for the corresponding round. Whoever has the lowest points at the end of the 12 rounds has to eat all of the hot sauces mixed into one bite.
To figure out which country goes first, we're gonna play darts. And behind me, there are balloons with countries inside them, and I'm gonna go first.
Oh! Like, all right, let's find out which country it is.
Mexico! Oh, it's gonna be easy.
All right, Kareem, we made it to our first country, Mexico. And have you had this sauce before?
El Yucateco. No, I've never had that before.
It's like a chili habanero sauce.
You have to take a bite and you cannot drink the milk for 3 minutes to earn the point. And if you do, you obviously lose that point.
And he beat me last time, so this video is my revenge. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Big bite.
Yeah, of course. It tastes delicious.
Hey, not bad so far.
It's spicy though.
Ooh, dude, wow.
I feel it now. I'm starting to sweat already. I feel the sweat.
We're halfway through. We're at about 1 minute and 30 seconds right now.
It's gonna need more than just this to get me to drink some milk. I'm gonna tell you that right now, bro. My pride is on the line. I already won the last challenge and I'm gonna beat you again.
Dude, it is tough, huh?
But we got 30 seconds. Look at you, kind of want that milk, huh?
We got some crazy stuff coming our way.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1, and
we both got a point, baby.
we both got a sip. Weakness right there. Weakness. I'm not doing a sip, bro. My lips are on fire. Are you serious right now?
All right, I'll let you go again. I'll let you go again.
One more time.
There we go.
Finally, bro. Come on.
Which country's up?
UK.
Kingdom. Oh.
What do they know about spice?
I don't think it's gonna be that spicy, right? All right, we're in the UK, and you were talking crap about it outside.
Actually, this might be hot.
Yeah. I mean, just look at the bottle. It has 3 X's on it.
It smells pretty hot.
It smells so hot.
3, 2, 1.
Oh no.
Not developing as much, and now it's developing. And now it's developing.
Dude, this is worse than Mexico. I feel like the time it's just slowing down.
30 seconds, bro.
The longest 30 seconds of my life.
Man, I'm really worried about what's coming.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And 0.
Time's up, we both get a point.
That was painful. That was really painful. I was not expecting that.
All right, ready?
Oh, we got Japan. Let's go.
Our cream, we're in Japan, and just the smell of the sauce, I mean, it doesn't smell that spicy.
I almost smell like a curry flavor coming out of
Right?
it. It has like a sweetness. It smells sweet.
So this one isn't giving me that much fear, but hey, never judge a book by its smell.
All right, we got it down this whole wing or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna count down. 3, 2, 1.
I'm just afraid that there's a sneak attack.
I don't think it's gonna come.
No?
Tastes amazing.
After what Mexico and UK did to us, I think this tastes like candy.
I really enjoyed this, as you can see.
All right, you know what? Stop the timer. Japan was easy. Yeah.
Easy money. Come on, Japan.
Let's move on to the next one.
Okay, Kareem, for every 3 rounds, we're gonna be playing Rock'em and Sock'em, and the winner gets to take a sip of milk without penalty.
A free sip of milk?
Yeah, but just a sip.
I'm gonna knock you out. You're going down. Yeah, we gotta come in the middle, touch gloves. Go.
Got you. So when
Who was that?
I need to see a replay.
What did I tell y'all earlier? Exactly! Who got that KO, my boy?
Let's figure out which country's next.
Oh, nice, dude.
All right, who's up?
Italia! Okay.
All right.
Italy, bro. What do they have?
I mean, it just smells so spicy. And cream outside, you said that they're not spicy?
Yeah, I said that they're not spicy. Like, what do they know about spiciness?
But hey, listen, you won in Rock'em and Sock'em, so you get to get 1 free sip, but only for this round.
Easy money.
And just a sip. Go.
That's flavorful. I'm not getting much.
Really?
You think it's spicy?
There is definitely a kick. You don't feel that?
0.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not even gonna drink my milk. Yeah, like I feel like sriracha is spicier than this.
I think it's at the same level.
You think so?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Let's go ahead, stop the timer, and move on to the next country. Okay, Italy, you weren't that spicy. Let's see which country's up next.
Oh.
Germany.
Germany, bro.
Wait, no. In Germany, do they have spicy food?
I don't know. Let's go find out.
Okay, we're in Germany, and I mean, it smells a little spicy. Listen.
It's ketchup.
Ketchup.
How spicy can ketchup be?
To them, this is spicy. It is interesting.
They got a bunch of seasonings. I see some jalapenos in there.
It's not gonna be like your regular ketchup, number one.
Yeah, I feel like in Germany, they're not really known for spicy food.
Yeah. All right, but let's go ahead and give this a bite. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, that is delicious.
It's amazing. Might be the most flavorful one. I think in flavor-wise, this is my favorite.
It's the best flavor sauce so far.
Has a slight kick to it.
There's a hint of flair.
But let's go ahead and stop the timer because it is not spicy. It is super flavorful. Kareem, I know we've had a streak of no spicy, but that's about to end.
How bad can it really be?
Watch this. Things are about to change.
Bro, this one's gonna be easy. Let's see what's in this orange one. Oh, India.
Do you remember the last video we did? Yeah, this is no joke. All right, Kareem, I mean, India.
I think I'm still traumatized from last time.
Yeah, that was bad. Also, this says 8 out of 10, extra spicy.
At least it's not a 10 though, right? India, let's see what you got.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Delicious. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
It's starting to creep up. Oh, gosh.
Ooh. Oh, no, Kareem, it's here.
Yo, I'm sweating.
Oh, my God. No, I can't do it. I'm gonna give up.
I can't even talk right now. It's here, bro. I can't control the hiccups. Bro, no. I was not expecting that. This is the worst spice level I've ever had in my life.
So bad.
You're lightheaded, bro.
5, 4, wow. 1.
Wow, you made it, bro. I gotta say, you guys, India just knows how to make their things spicy. I mean, they understand it. You guys did a great job on this. It tastes good.
I can't believe I survived that round. India does not play any games.
Damn, Kareem, that was spicy, huh? Ooh. But it was flavorful and delicious. But you know what else is flavorful and delicious? The sponsor of today's video, Trade Coffee. Trade Coffee isn't just any coffee. It's your ticket to discovering the best coffee from the comfort of your home. Their expertly curated brews are sourced from the most exceptional independent roasters across America. You take a quiz and Trade Coffee matches your taste buds perfectly with the best coffee in the country. They roast it fresh on demand and deliver it right to your doorstep. I've been having a blast discovering new coffee flavors. Am I in the mood for a dark roast from New York? Or am I in the mood for something sweet from the Bay Area? I feel like I'm on a world coffee tour at home when I'm making this stuff. It's also super easy. There's no need for a fancy French press or a high-tech espresso machine. Just by switching to Trade Coffee, you're immediately stepping up your coffee game. Like I said, it's curated with the utmost care, ensuring there's always something fun and new to discover. Oh man, that smells so good. It reminds me of so many good memories. Trade partners with the best roasters from cozy towns across the USA. Imagine the hidden gems they're curating for us. Over 435,000 coffee lovers have upgraded their brew game with Trade. Like many of you, I love creating memories with my family and friends over a hot cup of coffee. And now I'm even more eager to do that because I get to show off my awesome coffee selection. Don't settle for okay coffee. Head to drinktrade.com/PatrickZ to receive your first bag free. That's drinktrade.com/PatrickZ to get your first bag free with any new subscription. Thank you, Trade Coffee. It's Rock'em Sock'em time.
Get ready to lose.
3, 2, 1, fight. Got you. And that was a great knockout. Look, my head is still intact while yours isn't.
Hey. Stop that. Let's go find out which country's next.
There we go.
Next country up.
South Africa, let's see.
I just hope it's not spicy.
Kind of worried.
I'm a little worried.
All right, Kareem, South Africa.
I think I'm still in a daze from India.
It says XX hot peri peri sauce. And if you guys know anything about peri peri sauce, is that sometimes it could be very spicy. All right, ready? 3, 2,
1, start time. I'm like waiting for that spiciness to come.
I think we're gonna be waiting for a while.
What India did to us, it makes this like taste like nothing.
The walk in the park, I thought it was gonna be really spicy, but.
What I say is just go ahead and stop the timer. This one's pretty simple. Move on to the next country.
All right, let's go for the blue. All right, let's see. China!
Oh, damn. I mean, there's some spicy food in China, so.
Chinese don't play about their spice.
Welcome to China. I mean, this looks pretty intimidating.
It's a bunch of chilies. Mine seems to be more drenched than yours.
You know, just don't pay attention to mine.
Let's see if we're gonna be phased or not by this.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, cheers.
I feel a little bit of something.
Any second now. It's delicious though. Good job, China.
It had a spicy smell to it. It looks intimidating, but it's actually just kind of like a regular crispy sauce.
This one has 0 spiciness.
Yeah. Stop the timer. And you know what, Kareem? I'm not liking the fact that you are winning right now by 1 point.
What'd I say when I started this? What'd I say? You remember?
You're going down. China was pretty easy, so let's figure out which country's next.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Canada!
Canada, what?
Let me tell you something. It's not maple syrup.
Canada's looking pretty scary to me.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't think to go to Canada to get the spiciest hot sauce, but here we are. It smells like it hurts.
So it says that it has a red habanero in it.
Okay.
And you know this is Canadian because it's from Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Ooh, I'm so scared that this is gonna be spicy.
All right, let's try it out.
3, 2, 1, start.
That's really good. That's sweet.
That's sweet, but I feel the spiciness.
You don't feel it?
Okay, now I'm starting to feel it.
Yeah.
It's nothing crazy though. Ooh.
Just hit again.
It's hitting. It's spicy, but it's not devastating.
I'm thoroughly surprised also. Like Canada, like usually, it doesn't have spicy stuff. The fact that they have this, impressive.
Time is up. We both made it.
I'm excited for when you lose and have to eat all the sauces combined. So let's get into that.
We got more hot sauces on the way, so let's go try it out.
Oh, first try. South Korea, okay.
And they're known for their spiciness. But how spicy? Let's find out.
Let's see.
All right, Kareem, we made it to South Korea. This looks gnarly and it smells gnarly. I just hope it's not as spicy as we might think.
Cheers.
I feel a little heat, but I gotta say, it tastes more like a tomatoey, bell peppery flavor to it, right?
Yeah, it tastes like a red pepper. Let's stop the timer.
I was anticipating more, but this is gochujang is one of the most popular taste sauces. I looked for the spiciest one I could find and it didn't deliver.
All right, 2 more. Let's see what's in store. Oh, Portugal! All right.
Portugal, we have arrived. And in front of us, we have this piri-piri sauce, which smells spicy. There isn't much on this bottle.
Do you think Cristiano Ronaldo's had this?
I hope so.
3, 2, 1, cheers.
Oh, okay. Ooh, it hits you quick.
Whoa, bro.
I feel that in the back of my throat.
Oh, it's like it's so deep in your throat. Oh, dude, this is spicy.
No, that's definitely spicy.
Yeah,
that's definitely spicy.
It's spicy, yeah.
If you take a sip of milk this round, then you lose.
No, I'm not losing.
You're gonna lose.
I'm not gonna lose.
Just take a little sip.
All right, 3 minutes is up. We both made it, but we have one country left. This one is no joke, but before we get to that country, it's Rock'em and Sock'em time. This is the most important Rock'em and Sock'em.
Why?
Because the next one is wild.
3, 2, 1, fight.
That's right. Let's go. Exactly. What they know about that? What they know about that? Rock'em Sock'em, baby.
Behind me, there's 1 balloon left and 4 darts. We're gonna take it out with 4 darts. Fight. United States of America. You don't know what you're in for.
So there's a warning label on this. It says, warning, the sauce is very hot. Use at your own risk. I agree as indicated by my opening of this bottle as follows in connection with my purchase of this product.
Bro, what? There's like a contract on the bottle?
You agreed to this. I hereby disclaim, release, and relinquish any and all claims, actions, and lawsuits that I or any of my... Are you sure we want to do this?
What are we doing to ourselves?
Let's just get this over with.
Yeah.
Wait, 1 second.
Don't touch your eyes,
Do not
please.
touch your face.
Okay, I won't.
What to do? It's just hot sauce. Why is my house freaking out? All right, let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Oh man. Oh man.
So spicy, the alarm's going off.
Oh god, bro.
It's been 45 seconds, guys.
It was India all over again.
I'm gonna lose. I don't care.
Oh, it still burns. Oh!
You got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left.
Ah! Bro.
It won't stop. It just won't stop. America always takes things over the top.
I'm in pain, bro. Hottest hot sauce I've ever had in my life.
I've never had something this spicy.
I'm sweating everywhere. You're about to take a bite of all of these, bro, including Mad Dog.
I'm the loser, and y'all know what that means.
Mexico and India.
Okay, that's enough.
Canada and South Africa. China.
Oh,
Italy.
dude, that's a lot.
Germany and the UK. Portugal and Japan. South Korea.
Ugh.
And last but not least, the Mad Dog 357, the hottest hot sauce of them all from the United States. Are you ready for this one?
Dude, just wait up, just a little bit. No, stop, dude, that's enough.
Sure. Here you go. The ultimate spicy wing. Dude, that looks scary. Are you ready?
No, I'm not
Go
ready.
ahead and grab one.
And it has Mad Dog in there.
Go ahead and grab anyone. 3, 2, 1.
Oh no.
Call the paramedics.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, I need milk. Where's the milk?
Oh no, he's done. He's done.
No, come
Look
on,
at him.
man.
He can't handle it. He's done.
Oh.
Like and subscribe for more.
Came through dripping Aquafina, I'm sipping 15, kept a weapon on me. Blow make digits, I'm on my business, stack chicken like what it's gon' be.